Hello and welcome to the NHC podcast.
Yes, it is.
That is what it is. Believe it or not.
Again, we're Jamie-less, but I'm Anthony.
James.
And I'll be Colin.
We've got no Jamie because, again, he's still in court.
Yep.
We don't really know
Dogging thing's just not going away, is it?
He's in solitary confinement this time, I hear.
We have no idea what to talk about this week. It's
it's a kind of...
We'll
find something.
But you mentioned actually having a guest possibly for next week. On our 4th of August recording, just to ruin the illusion.
Possibly. We're trying to secure Fluorescent Hearts. Well, I'll put this out there anyway. They're very eager to come on. I'm sure they're probably listening to this as well. Yeah. We're just trying to scheduling all that. They're going to come down. They're going to play. They're going to play a wee stripped down set. It'll probably be our second live session then.
Yeah, we've got pseudo satellites lined up for future as well. We've got a few that we're all kind of trying to approach as well.
Fake Major coming in later on as well in a year.
Make Fager. Every time I hear Fake Major, I always want to say Make Fager.
Make Fager.
It just sounds funny.
Dig all biddies.
There's someone else who Vicovi have kind of tentatively agreed to. We'd need to get the sort of details finalised with them.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Chris
suggested beer jackets will also come in.
Aye, Chris suggested a few bands. Jamie suggested a few bands. We told them to fuck off.
Yeah.
All the bands that Jamie likes are shit. Only our ears are important. Just now.
Seeing as he's not here, we can say that. And
we can say pretty much what it's great.
Only our ears are important.
He's not here to police us. There's other parts of our bodies that are important, but our ears are the most important.
There's going to be like this, when it actually airs, is going to be a 4-second long podcast with Jimmy just going, hello, welcome to another exciting edition of the podcast, here's some tunes.
Yeah,
it's pretty much, yeah.
In
that case, Jimmy, you're a cunt. I take it back.
The beauty is none of us
I don't really. Nah, he knows where the love is, and it ain't for him.
Feeling
You've got to go find your own love.
I can genuinely admit saying I kind of miss him. I'm missing them.
It's not quite the
I'm
same.
missing that empty, dead air.
There's a smell about that's not quite right.
Yeah. It's called cleanliness. It's called fresh air.
It's not quite the same when I'm opening the bag going, well, there's some lemon flavoured beer and there's...
Yeah, it's not the same with them fucking plying you with absolutely bizarre booze.
I got
some cheap shit.
He's probably like pried the lid off a little bit and put something of his own and then put it back on again.
He did threaten to do that.
He did.
Roofing the fucking guests and stuff.
Yeah, so if you're listening to any bands that we've just mentioned, don't touch the water.
Don't touch the
dog water.
And that's just Greenock water. That's not even the booze.
Wow, there you go.
I think we'll get the hub is down to open 18th of August.
Yep.
That's the kind of tentative.
It's looking good.
There's talk of a soft opening a week beforehand to sell some gear. But
I don't really know what that means.
I don't know. Is that like thumbing a softie?
Fucking
is that just thumb it in?
Thumb it in. Opening of the NHC
soft
hub.
Opening.
Yeah, that's odd. Yeah, it's going to be okay. Actually, all the bands out there and stuff like that, if you guys have got something to sell,
message the page.
Get in touch with the page,
fuck
man.
knows what the rates are, and I don't know the deal
anymore. We'll figure all that out later.
Yeah, it's going to be cool, man. But it's going to be way cheaper than anywhere else.
Apparently it'll be acoustic as well, so like, if you ever want to do like acoustic single launch or anything like that.
Yeah, we're going to do some really cool stuff. We're going to have some sort of gigs in it and things like that. It's going to be really it's just going to be a really, really good place to be.
The worrying thing is people will start to realise what we all actually look like.
They'll see what you look like.
Aye. And it's not pretty.
He's the most handsome of all.
He's a bouncer.
He is a bouncer.
He's a bouncer.
You are the fucking bouncer, actually. You start wrecking folk.
I'm a little bit round.
Start
wrecking folk.
Because at one point Jamie was talking about
feet. Just smashing them about.
At one point Jamie was talking about doing a couple of podcasts in there every now and then, so
definitely.
Maybe get a live audience and stuff, and then
that'd be cool.
Actually, if anybody's interested in doing a live audience type thing, get in touch with us. Well, it'll be a few months yet when we get things up running, but obviously we need to try and get kind of an audience sort of sorted. So get in touch with us, man, and we'll see if it can happen. If you're interested in being fucking in the same room as morons, just as if you're easily offended in any way, definitely come along, because it's much more fun slagging somebody that doesn't like it.
We have a fairly vigorous screening process.
Vigorous?
Aye.
What the fuck?
Do you want to
be there? You have
to
be flexible.
Do you want to be there? Can you be there at this time? Fucking A.
Yay,
cheers.
Yeah.
Or more like it is
actual podcast events, maybe.
Yeah, this is basically the screaming process.
Who's your daddy?
And then if you answer correctly, you're in.
Yay! Yeah, man, so we're talking about that every time.
What every occasion is perfect for.
Yeah, that is fucking. Yeah. Anyways,
you wanted to talk about a co-headlining tour. It was been announced a while ago now.
Apparently 9 Inch Nails and Soundgarden are doing a joint headline tour type thing. It's starting off in Vegas, and I think it's going stateside, but I think it's
stateside. But that's what I was going to say. What I saw was it was quite annoying that people were annoyed about the UK supports and stuff. It's all it's shite,
it's
and
over
then
the place.
They get that in America.
Yeah, it's fucking.
But that always happens, though. I mean, festivals are always better. Everything's better.
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, it's like
the IQs aren't better. But
if you're into like you're into Father's Son or you're into Admiral Fallon and things like that, like we get, because of Scottish bands, we get to see them pretty much all the time. Things like that. Whereas if you stay in the States, there's bands like from your hometown or whatever, they're going to play and they're going to get loads of really cool shit. Whereas it's just a lucky draw.
The only exception to that is a Scottish band would maybe be Pause. They play a lot more in America than they do here, I would say.
We were
Frightened Rabbit play a lot. Jetpacks and Rabbits play a lot. Frabbits, they play a lot over there.
The Frabbits.
I've got to get it right, otherwise I'll have the Frabbits fan base after me.
What? It's like you make your cup of tea and stuff like that, and knit you a jumper.
I was going to say knit me something.
You going to say that? Bro.
I was actually going to say knit me. Don't know why they scream.
They just seem
knitwear. It's a very knitwear band.
A very niche band, very knitwear band.
It's cold in those Scottish borders, you know.
That and Primark's just round the corner, and they like £2 jumpers in the summer, so it's like fucking I'm having that.
What was that thing in Primark?
You're laughing now, honest.
What was that
40
thing
degrees in the shade, but fucking you wait that week.
The Primark thing with the I suppose supposedly they found the label was this a fucking slave labourer stitched it in.
Yeah.
Like was it
cheeky bastard?
Not send help, but like we
need help.
what was it they said? And it was like holy shit, if that's true, that's like something out of a sick Family Guy joke. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
but it actually happened apparently. You're like,
like,
oh my god.
See, Apple in China, their factory, they've got fucking nets to stop the people jumping out of windows because there was that many people.
Fuck off,
no,
really?
seriously, there was that many people committing suicide out the Apple factory that they've got nets now outside the windows.
Fucking hell.
And like, that's...
Yay, Apple!
Welcome to the fucking podcast.
Suck Satan's cock.
Fucking doom.
This is
Jesus.
Let's talk about fucking Israel and all that shit
This
as well.
is a comedy podcast, folks, right? There will be humour.
Oh, it's supposed to be a music one.
It's also a good time to mention not to fly Malaysian Airlines.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah.
Too soon?
It's not so much a seat you get, it's more a gunning position.
Oh, God!
So it's like, you know...
Oh, they're trying.
It's not so much flying with them, it's more, you know, ploughing into the ground in fiery chunks.
It's
like
you will either vanish in the ocean or
there was a phenomenal headline last week, and it was what was it? Israel under siege by Gaza. I was
that's
fucking phenomenal. Really, is it?
Christ, he's not done much since the 90s, but
that's exactly what it was. I was going to make a joke about at the time when I seen it, like something about Gaza. I thought, I can't.
Just Gaza standing outside with a pack of ham and a fishing rod.
The last thing I remember was the Real Moat thing where he's like, "Oh, Moty, I'll bring a bucket of chicken.
I'll bring a bucket of chicken."
Oh God,
Gaza.
He was
the nation's favourite alcoholic.
Well, supposedly not now. I mean, he's supposedly doing pretty well. Like
George Best said that as well. Look what happened to him.
Yeah, he's lived a long life. With
he's at least
organs.
out the headlines, so I guess he's doing something. Maybe just been told not to leave the fucking house.
He's been fucking
told.
But
he done that full-on American thing. They get put in America in the proper rehab, and he's been back for a while. So fuck knows.
I remember that though when he went for a pint. Before he went in, it was like in the news. Like spending fucking thousands and thousands of pounds. People have chipped in to help him out.
Celebrities were helping.
Celebrities have chipped in. And where is he? In a fucking pub lounge at the airport.
It was whatever show, whatever you call it, seminar thing. Would you have a kind of press conference thing? And it was for something else, and he was just a spokesperson for it. And that was about a week before he was told, right, you're going to die. And it was literally the shakiest, most unstable guy I've ever seen on telly. He was gone.
Shame to see somebody get that.
It was so bad. Like the
thing is though, it's like a car crash though. You can't look away. That was a terrible thing to say, but you're like sort of going like, fuck, what's going to happen next? Do you know what I mean? It was like Diana. You knew she was off. We just didn't know how she was going to do it. And there you go.
Game over.
Yep. So, anyways.
It's even weirder. See when you're sitting in the head, you probably just hear it, and that's what's even scarier.
Just bizarre. Just like odd. As you can probably
we're getting all technologically advanced these days.
We bought an iPhone.
Somebody was.
As you can someone get caught in the net and finished off.
It's fucking. Honest to God, man, James is just obsessed with this thing. He's
great
got
fun.
It's
like I'm in the throne with my buttons to press, and it's like, yes, you may pass. And then there's a button in the corner that they don't know it yet, but if I press it, the floor opens up and they fall into a fit of pie.
A fit of pie. There's nothing worse than a fit of pie. A fit of pie. No, not a fit of pie. Not again.
And other news, beer is nice.
Who died? A fit of pie. There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
I know what words mean. Anyways.
Colin's got a dodgy mic.
I've got a dodgy mic here, yeah.
But yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, so as
because like co-headlining tours don't happen all that much in the UK.
Very really. My favourite one though is going to be Metallica and Guns N' Roses. There was a fucking rammy.
It was
just chaos.
James Hetfield set on fire, and then Guns N' Roses
just decided to riot.
Before I forget,
Faith No More, like, they were on that tour as well.
Before I forget, you ask what's the definition of a co-headline tour? Then?
I don't really know that.
Did they swap every night?
Think so.
Is that what it means?
Right. I think, like, for example, if it was
did Green Day and Blink not do one?
I think so. They did. They would obviously. I think they would headline their own home city type thing, and then
or like so maybe play it by ear depending on what the fan base.
If there was a Chicago band, they would probably headline.
But
I think
it still seems a strange thing
because
you're on before that night. You're supporting me. You're not co-head. You're supporting that.
But I think they both get an hour or whatever it is, and the same sort of length of time. It
might also be to do with behind the scenes stuff where like they're getting the good riders. They're both getting
the
same treatment and all that. Yeah.
Do you know what though?
The only one I can think of in the UK recently was Motley Crue and Def Leppard did it, and to be honest, the two of them probably not big enough to sell out an arena themselves, which is why That
it's a shame though, because they're big bands.
Motley Crue in America are massive. They're touring with.
They're doing their final tour. Or
Alice
something.
Cooper at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
They're doing Alice Cooper. It's because I follow Glenn Sobel, Alice Cooper's drummer. He's phenomenal on Facebook.
He's a fucking cool guy.
What a drummer! Really cool guy as well. But I mean, Motley Crue's setup right now is insane. The drum. Yep. It's like a full roller coaster.
And you were going to bring it in.
Unreal.
It's insane.
I watched a video the other day and it was like...
He's a fucking excellent drummer.
He's good. Well. I mean, he's solid. He's not technically
but he's just...
spectacular,
what we were saying last
good.
week as well is that whole... You got a solid drummer.
Yeah.
All you
he's
fucking
solid.
need. Don't need to be technically proficient anyway. No. See if you can get a guy who can hold a fucking beat.
Absolutely.
It's the way to do
Especially when you're going at fucking 50 mile an hour on a roller coaster upside down.
Basically,
Not the normal way to play drums, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Obviously dying a hip.
There's a lot more G-force than I was used to.
He's got like the whole hip alphabet in it though.
Oh, fuck aye.
Yeah,
he's been with Pam, everyone... all the
and everyone she's been with.
Exactly.
Basically, aye.
And my brain stopped because I thought, hang on, that's
stopped.
That's a tangent.
Do you know what one of the coolest co-headline gigs that I've ever seen in my life was Foo Fighters and Prodigy?
Wow,
that was amazing. And
and
Dave Grohl actually played for the Prodigy. He actually went on and played drums on a couple of tracks. It was fucking unreal.
He just does things because he can.
It was amazing.
What a guy.
This is before they were like... I mean, they were always massive, right? They were massive at pretty much get-go, but fuck me, man, they were like... It was like the second album, maybe third album. And it was... Oh, wow, what a gig.
At that point,
it might even only been his second album.
At that point, arguably...
Firestarter was just out.
Well,
that's like 97, 98.
So it must be like Colour and Shape time.
Yeah. It was just one of those gigs.
At that time, arguably Prodigy are probably bigger.
Well, I remember it was one of those gigs. Honestly, we were kind of like, it was me and my pal Andy and stuff like that, and a few of our friends. We were literally just sort of watching it, kind of going, "Fuck me, this is one of those things that's like."
That guy from Nirvana playing in
but it wasn't even that. It was just kind of.
I know. What I mean is
like a really cool point.
See for the wider audience at that point, and that's what it would have been like.
Oh yeah, I
know him. That's like, what's the guy from Nirvana?
Yeah,
fucking head explodes.
It was more like Foo Fighters were pretty much supporting them because
Prodigy were
huge.
At that point, Prodigy, that was their massive time.
But it was just, it was what a gig, man. That was fucking awesome. I got a ticket for free actually. It was
they came to kind of confuse the Britpop audience because they loved that shit.
Yeah,
but it wasn't Britpop.
Yeah,
they fitted right in with your Britpop.
It was that sort of thing. Like it was almost a remnant of the Acid House era. And
all clashed. It's great.
But the Prodigy, beautiful live. It's just it's something else live. And I kind of didn't want to see them at
I've never seen them live.
I nearly got my head kicked in at the gig. I jumped over the barrier. You see the seating at SCCC. I thought, me and my pal, what fuck this? I'll just go for it. And I think it was my pal Davey was like, fuck it. He jumped the barrier, but he's a big guy. He just jumped it. Like, no bother. And I was like, so I thought, I'll only find out. I jumped into the fucking, basically into the...
I'm dreeping, dude.
No, I just jumped over it. I was fucking idiot. I jumped over the thing, like, yay! And basically, security guy caught me mid-air. It's like, hey, where are you going? I was like, over there. Like, David leveled up and fucking twos ran through. But it was one of those things, like, it's fucking in. When it turns out, it was that point in the night where I just wanted to get a fucking... Like, remember that, like, SCCC just let you in? Like, maybe, like, 4 or 5 songs into the main act, or like, doors are open.
Sometimes they're a bit more strict. I mean, the last time I was there,
more strict now.
It was 2 years ago. I was there for Tenacious D, and I don't even think nowadays the whole taking 2 tickets out and taking one per.
I still get away with that.
See, I think it probably does. If you're, I think they're more aware. But if you do,
they know what happens. Yeah,
that you've got to do it really carefully now. But that was the big way back when I was used to. That was it. Take 2 tickets out, take another guy in. Take 2 out, take one guy in.
We done that at the Millennium, getting into the big sort of street party in Edinburgh. We literally, it was with a friend, Karen, who had a house like on just around the corner from the kind of main bit in Edinburgh, sort of the street festival, and we were like just off Princess Street, and we were like, fuck it. So she get a free wristband for her and her flatmate. So what we done was we went in one at a time and just cut it. And just went in and out like one at a time with the wristbands. And there was about fucking 15-20 of us done it. Wow. How we never get caught? I mean, I think it got to a point where people were looking at us going, really? And we're like, yeah.
Is there a thing they do at Glastonbury now where
you scan it?
It's a photo ID.
Is it not a thing where there's actually like, if you leave the perimeter, like your wristband actually sets something off?
Wow.
That's what I heard because
that's fucking horrible.
There was
that's
a story.
Like that dye they put in the pool to stop you pissing in it.
That's basically they're keeping a tracky because there was a story.
You don't know if it's true or not, but you know.
It's
always the back of your mind.
It's one of those stories that's almost true enough that it could be. It's like scary enough.
It's like fucking running, man.
It could be real. So
these guys find in the fields.
The fear of it keeps you in track. But it's because I read of 2 accounts of like obviously anonymous accounts this year of the 2 different groups that broke into Glastonbury.
Right,
and it was a one that they tried to do the ladders and go over the fences and stuff, but they couldn't.
Yeah, that shit's not happening now. There's like 3 fences
it's
with dogs and shit.
Either like 3
like
deep and
a festival promoting peace, love and music. Do you know what I mean? With armed guards.
But it was in that story that was in the Mail,
many folks.
and it said that they can't do the pass backs with the wristbands because of a thing at Glastonbury where it knows you've left the site and
right.
It's a fucking tag.
So it's a tag, so it's like an ASBO fucking thing.
It's exactly the
so
thing.
you're kind of like, what the fuck? So if that's the way it's going, it's a bit mad, but
that's horrible, isn't it?
fair enough in a way, but not really, because
still though, it's like
you feel like it's like Battle Royale or something now.
Exactly,
they know exactly what everyone is.
Playing that Battle Royale. It's on a fucking. It's not me off in the fucking Glastonbury, which is
80,000 enter, only one leaves.
It's fucking Hunger Games. I mean,
Hunger Games.
It makes sense. You've got to listen to music the whole time, like
You've got to listen to Yoko Ono the whole time.
Imagine that soundtrack for her. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh, shitting hell.
Jeez. Shitting hell.
Chapman killed the wrong one.
He fucking did, man. Should be Ringo.
He at least
That's a song title. Chapman killed the wrong one.
He at least did Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's true, man.
Not Chapman, and by the way, just
Chapman,
in case you misheard
Humping
that.
Thomas.
That's right, Thomas. I like the way you do it.
Fat controller wanking in the background.
That's kind of how he talked as well.
Is the fat controller still in it?
I don't know.
Because I imagine that's not really PC, is it?
It's not CGI now.
He's now the Jolly controller or some shit
the
like that.
Jolly controller. That sounds like someone from fucking BBC.
Political correctness gone wrong.
Political correctness gone mad. Yeah. Fuck
off! There's your political correctness.
Brilliant. So
aye, go headline.
Go headline.
The Prodigy was there.
Prodigy, wasn't it? Fucking it was a tangent. And I was worried about what we're going to talk about this week.
They're still amazing live. I would really.
I've not seen them for years. Actually,
really didn't want to see them at Tina Park the first time I went, and it was like enough of my mates went. The options.
You thought, fuck it.
The options was REM or the Prodigy, and you're just like, I don't want to see REM.
REM are phenomenal live.
Never seen them either. Like
amazing live.
Really?
Seriously, shit hot live.
Don't know if I can really be arsed now.
I seen them at my birthday. I think it was at Glasgow Green. We're playing. They've done a big thing there, but no one ruined that gig because I thought it was going to be an amazing support, and it was a fucking guitarist solo stuff from Pulp. I was fucking devastated. I mean, my god,
he had solo stuff.
He had solo stuff, and it was fucking rubbish. It's like genuinely shit. I remember just being, and it was pissing the rain. It was just no one of those gigs. It's just like, I want to fucking be here because they cancelled. It was meant to be on actually on my birthday, and they cancelled. It wasn't like June or something like that, July, and it was just that fucking horrible rain. No, it's like horizontal rain. It's just awful. You're just drowned before you even start. It's fucking shit. It's a shit gig actually. That. And they played like loads of their old songs, like their slow songs or newer ones.
Right.
I was like, come on, fuck guys. Don't think give us a fuck if you're leaving New York, man. It's the frequency. You know what I mean? So,
well.
But Monster, that's a fucking great album.
What's that got on it?
It's Frequency Kenneth. I want big one. Crush Eyeliner. Things like that.
All the good stuff then.
Yeah, basically that album's just
because the thing that's funny about REM for me
is stuff's phenomenal.
I don't really know what albums they have at all because
greatest hits. That's what you don't need.
It was the one with the blue kind of moon picture on the front.
Oh yeah,
it was the best of REM. It was a 2 CD. That's
a great album.
That is probably the best. It's like Alan Partridge's like my favourite Beatles album has to be the best of the Beatles.
The best of the Beatles.
Like, that's pretty much what I think of REM.
Please tell me Alan Partridge going
Oh, I don't, unfortunately. I might do. Oh, we're dying, Colin!
Sorry, man.
Colin just blew up in front of us.
I did, but it's alright though. It's just made a mess.
We're just being infiltrated.
Well, there's a party in my pants and everyone's invited.
He's got us.
Damn straight.
Watch me as I have to die. Catch a can speak, constraining your needs inside of me. The beating, the boiling inside me. Watch me as I hang out to dry. Get your money's worth then. Slay me and I ask myself why. I can see you coming. Do you hate me? Wanna break me? Pick up the sticks and stones. Target practice on me. I'm not going anywhere.
Aye, so. But I just think, fuck it.
Aye.
In general.
Indeed.
Just in general, it's just how I live my life.
The only I had kind of put aside, I've got two things to talk about now, having looked at some, but
What?
I think I've had a stroke.
They're called testicles.
Yeah, aye. Alright, we're going to talk about the podcast on my balls and just sort of have a wee swatch.
I had a couple of testicles here.
Anyway, LaRue's finally bringing out, or possibly brought out by the time this is aired, an album, and it's like 5 years
You
since
sound like that's a good. You sound like you've been waiting for it.
No, I really haven't.
I was actually thinking that.
Finally,
Where the fuck is it going?
She's
Sitting in your
fucking
cave
awful.
waiting.
Right, what is it?
It's been 5 years since her debut album, and
I liked her single. It was a big single. I can't remember what it was
Oh, I
called.
didn't.
For the Kill or something like that.
Aye. I'm going in for a
I just
kill.
like she's
That's a cool wee
Something
tune, man.
about her.
I didn't like her
Nah.
at all.
That's because she's an odd-looking person.
Well,
She
she's a
does-
daughter.
she
She's
does
a
look
daughter
odd.
of someone
Somebody
for the
from
bill.
Aye.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How
yeah,
random is that?
She's
but
a
like-
handsome-looking bloke and all.
I'm just saying, like that's a really long
So,
time
I've
between your
broke that down.
debut album.
It really is, but I
And
don't know
then-
what it was like. I think there was a documentary about her on. You know how you get those.
It was called Crime Watch.
It was called. but you know how you get those.
That was actually an episode of The Bill.
Oh, it's all coming together.
Yes.
It's like you know how you get those things. It used to feel more random because you watched more TV.
Yeah,
rather,
absolutely.
But it was like how late at night, Channel 4, you'd suddenly get
Yes, a wee gem.
a wee random
Aye,
15-minute documentary on a
Aye,
band
aye.
out of nowhere.
I used
There
to
was
love
one.
that
There was
shit.
one on her about maybe 3-4 years ago.
I think I might have seen that actually.
And it was like she was sitting, and I think this was meant to be like
Well,
her
coming
comeback.
as the next biggest thing ever, and
But,
like, and it never happened.
this was after the first album, and it
Was
was
she-
almost like, and then nothing happened, and I remember
Aye.
thinking like, oh, that's.
I think she get dropped.
Well,
I
no,
think-
she
I think there was-
canned an album. I think halfway through because she split up with a
I
guy that
reckon
wrote
this
songs
was,
or something like
I
that.
reckon this is there was because she was sitting with a guy in this
Aye.
documentary. This is her writing partner kind of thing.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's what must have happened. This documentary was meant to keep the momentum going. Then that happened, and
Aye.
then she fucked off on her. That must be what 3 years later. Then so now
Aye.
it's
Yeah,
3 years.
but
Later.
aye.
So there you go. Aye. So I think
Fuck
she's
me, aye.
well, she's probably lucky she's even getting because it was Zane Lowe's hottest record in the world.
Aye,
It's a different
You
sound.
ever heard
though.
Zane Lowe's solo stuff where he's like his band?
no.
He was supposed to play a gig at Tuts that I was going to, supporting one of the main bands, but then I think a lot of folk bought the tickets on the basis of that, but he'd already left the band at that point and nobody
He
really
was
knew.
playing like bongos or something.
Aye, it
some
was just
fucking
just some
random.
it was like New Zealand kind of
It was shit.
rubbishy folky
It was
thing.
rubbish. Bolton liked it though. Bolton was like
Seriously?
really aye, it was hilarious.
What? It's right. Hardly anyone ever seemed to know about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, Bolton knew about it. He was like, fucking, nah, Zane Lowe must be good. Nah.
Zane Lowe's, I've never really liked his approach to anything.
Apart from
Post,
Biffy Clyro.
well, post
He was really.
MTV2 Gonzo days.
Yeah, that was. I really liked that.
See the brown
With
couch?
the brown couch, yeah.
That was when Zane Lowe wasn't that pretentious. He was just.
It was up there.
It was almost like I'm humble. He knew he was on a good thing, and it was like right, I better just do this well.
It's when he went
Now
on
he's a
Radio
bit.
1, it
He's
was
a bit.
awful.
He believes his own bullshit now. I think
Yeah.
he thinks he's everyone's mate. All the interviews on Radio 1 are
Right.
always like, "Oh hi, yeah." He's like, "Oh, come on, remember that time we met at the festival?" And, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Oh,
man."
you're that-
And he's like, "Yeah, and you
yeah.
fell over and I did that." "Yeah, man, yeah." And they're like, "Oh yeah," like they don't remember.
They
but
don't give a
he's
fuck.
saying it to them as if like, "Yeah, we talk all the time, man."
Yeah,
They're like,
but,
nah.
hey, how's your mum? And you're like, no.
So it's like the fact he tries to be everyone's mate that annoys me.
Oh.
It's like it can't be everybody's mate.
That's
You're not
tragic.
Dave Grohl's mate and fucking.
Well, I did notice though when Biffy came off stage at Tina Park, they get interviewed by what's the big guy with kind of short hair? It's on
Greg James.
Greg James.
Yeah, Greg James.
Who's
And
about
then-
6'10".
Oh,
He's
he's
a
Yeah, he's a
fucking
big
giant.
boy. But he was like, he was talking to them, and you could tell he actually did know them. And they were like, oh, you
Oh,
come-
they've been on Radio 1.
No,
quite
but
a
no,
few
but so he
times.
said it was like, but it's like as the camera was kind of cut away, they're like, oh, see you later on, man. Like as if pints and drugs, you know.
Well, then on the Monday night,
I thought it was pretty cool.
on
Though. I
the
was like,
Monday night, the last-
because
the-
it doesn't strike as me as the kind of guy that is into it like that.
the Monday
kinda,
night was
aye.
quite good on Radio 1 because it was obviously the day after Tina Park finished, and it was Zane Lowe's show at 7:00 was co-hosted by Biffy.
Oh, fantastic.
It was great. Actually, I forgot to mention that before because it was really nice.
He
to
really
hear.
helped make Biffy though.
Oh,
Zane
yeah,
Lowe
oh,
I'd
really
he
say
did.
him and Galloway
really
were
did.
really instrumental.
Galloway was.
Galloway, I bet, like
Jim Geltley would try and say he was, but he wasn't.
no,
Not at all.
like most
Um,
things.
He was. He was. They were already quite. Thing was, radio in a way wasn't what really broke them.
No.
It was
It
sort
was
of
TV,
the radio,
TV and internet.
the Radio Scotland thing. I think a lot the internet because the massive thing was the Biffy board, and it was
Yeah.
their forum online because you don't really get.
I
forums
don't
anymore.
remember. It was MTV just kind of come out, and it was a kind of quite a big deal at the time, and it was really
Wait a minute,
You'd like
MTV came out in the 80s.
MTV2. MTV2, and it was.
That was still the mid-90s when that came out.
Yeah, so that was late 90s. But it was late 90s. But it was when Biffy just kind of come on the scene as well, and it was like bands like Rival Schools and all that, things like that were coming out. I fucking love Rival Schools. Phenomenal band. And so these bands were kind of coming out, and Jimmy Eat World, things like that as well. And I remember...
Before I lose track, see the band called Instruction? Do you remember a band called Instruction?
I remember the name, I can't remember the song though.
I think it might have been the guy, I'm just trying to remember because I saw them supporting Funeral for a Friend years ago at Tuts, and I remember thinking, everyone's like, oh, they're a big deal. I think it's because the guitarist was the other guy in
from
Rival Schools.
Yeah.
Maybe, I might be wrong, but I think an Instruction never really went anywhere.
Yeah.
Not over
he
here,
was,
anyway.
the singer, he's been in loads of bands. He was in a band I seen supporting, actually it was a co-headline tour actually, and it was Offspring and what were they called? Anyway, this band anyway, I can't remember the name, but they were the band that were kind of getting somewhere. I can't remember the name of the album as well, but I liked a couple of songs, don't get me wrong, but it just never went anywhere. But apparently he's a bit of a wank.
With the singer in Rival Schools?
Yeah, he's maybe a bit of a knob. He's a kind of ADHD kind of as well. He's all over the place anyway. But I mean, anytime I've seen him get interviewed, he seems like a cool guy. But like, I'd imagine
there's loads of guys
I think it'd be
bands.
difficult. I think it'd be difficult in a studio with him. Apparently he's a nightmare.
But there's guys like him in bands like that, and I also get the same vibe from like Rivers from Weezer.
And from Muse as well. I'd imagine he's a bit, bit eccentric, a wee bit odd.
They seem quiet and sort of not very forthcoming, but then I imagine they're a nightmare creatively.
Totally.
Creative nightmares to work with.
Yeah, they've got this sound in their head, and that's basically it's that or nothing.
But they're nice enough, and they seem so laid back in interviews, but go out with them and see them and hang out, they probably would get on your tits a bit, and arguments would start. Yeah.
Oh, I definitely.
There's a lot of guys that are like, I think in a way, kind of folks say that about Dave Grohl in a way. Like, he is Mr. Nice Guy, but when he's in this sort of space for a creative thing, he has been like the band have been.
Look at
the band have said they were all not getting on at one point.
Well, because Nate Mendel walked out at one point. The original drummer, William Goodsmith, something like that. He turned,
that was the guy. He was Sunny Day Real Estate, wasn't it?
He turned up for the second album and found out all his drums had been recording, and it was that sort of thing.
He's like, don't come down here. Like, don't come at the. Dave was telling him, don't come at the studio. We're working and stuff. He's like,
really sorry, man.
This is a bit weird. He's like, right, tell you what, we've actually had to re-record all the drums.
Dave was too nice to sack him, but did it in a really shitty way. If you know what I mean.
We watched that documentary. That's a really good documentary.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, for a good documentary. The back and forth documentary is phenomenal.
It's fantastic because I think he's quite forthcoming.
It gets you right in the.
But he actually says he's like, I was a dick thing to do. He's like, but at the end of the day, he's like, how have we done? He's like, I couldn't play a click track. It needed to be done to a click track. We were plenty of like delays and things like that. And you just need to listen to the album. And it's a massive jump from the first album.
And at that point, it was still tape. It wasn't.
Oh yeah, totally.
There was no digital.
It's a massive jump.
No digital manipulation in that.
It's basically playing a fucking.
Because even they nearly split up. I know they split up between, or nearly split up just before One by One as well.
That's right.
Because he was off doing Queens of the Stone Age, and Taylor, who just joined and all that kind of stuff, went, "What the fuck are you doing, man?"
He's maybe in a fucking rock band together, but did Taylor not fucking go for rails as well? He was like
he was
OD'd in London,
didn't he? He's in a bad way, and that's when I think he came off tour with Queens and went, right, shit, this is my best mate, because they are actually pals. They're like, fuck, right, okay, we need to screw that here.
Because he said in that documentary it was all about how it gave him flashbacks of when he went and saw Kurt.
Yeah, totally, man. He's like, shit, okay.
And he's like, what, is this happening again?
Yeah,
what
totally.
the fuck?
Maybe it's me.
Yeah, maybe it's me, aye. But, I mean, see if you were into conspiracy theories and that, the one person that had the most to gain from his death is easily Dave Grohl.
Well, that's it. I mean, he was writing a lot. He was writing a lot of songs and get put down a bit by
Marigold.
Kurt.
Marigold's a B-side to All Apologies.
I think so.
Yeah, the last single. And
I've always said Kurt showed him how to do things, how not to do things.
Yeah,
I think he learned from Kurt's mistakes.
Absolutely, don't take fucking smacks, man.
Aye,
and don't shoot yourself. It's another one.
I think it's a.
And don't go near Courtney Love. There's three fucking.
There's three right there.
Three fucking good
Dave
reasons.
Grohl's always been quite open about the fact he occasionally dabbles in drugs and drinks and all that kind of stuff, but he's never.
Oh, he obviously drinks, but
he was a smackhead as well at one point.
Right in his grass, wasn't he? But he never went to the extremes of Kurt or anyone, did he?
I think they were all messed up at one point.
I really don't think. I think Dave seemed to be the guy that did try and hold it together as much as possible.
I know Chris Novoselic was definitely
The Nirvana thing, did I ever, I don't know if we talked about this or got established, this reunion thing, was that completely bullshit? You know, the hologram thing, was all a farce?
It's all nonsense. It's
all nonsense,
bullshit. All bullshit. There's no
so
way.
he was playing along with it for a bit, though.
Of course he was.
But I wasn't sure.
It was a total wind-up, though. It was a wind-up.
That's good.
He had Sound City to promote. Of course he was going to play along.
Do you know what, though? It doesn't... Dave Grohl doesn't need to do anything. He's got enough money now to live for his
I'm sure he does.
Nobody have to do anything.
Apparently, like, there's a new Foo Fighters album.
It's this year.
Right, I cannot wait for this because of the whole...
Apparently they're going to do something completely fucking different.
There's a TV show thing along with it. Because it's all about
different
how...
song and a different set of local
musicians. We actually... Do you know it's really bizarre?
How can you top the last thing? And he does a cool idea again.
Do you remember we were actually sitting and we were like, how the fuck's he going to beat this documentary?
Aye.
And we actually sat and we were like just talking about shit. And then I think it was either you or Bolton. It said, "Well, it'd be cool if he started recording in different places." Someone along those lines.
Said that. Yeah,
I think it may have been Bolton. And I was like, "Fucking wow!" He totally called that.
Because I mean, that's what it's all the most famous studios in America, and he's done a documentary about them. See the thought of that? That is going to be the best music documentary I've ever seen, and it's not even out yet.
Well, Sound City was just probably my favourite documentary ever.
And I reckon this will top it. I reckon this will top it.
Well, it's 8 parts or something, isn't it?
It's made as a TV show, but I think
it's either 8 or 10 parts of the series. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. That's definitely, we're watching that whole series up here.
It's quite interesting because, like, for me, until Wasting Light, and even then arguably not, the Foos, for me, didn't have a complete album, if you know what I mean. They had a couple of really good songs in every album.
Oh, they had some shite songs.
But they always...
Foos?
Aye.
Definitely, man.
They've had some terrible songs.
Actually, I was going up here listening to...
But the Greatest Hits is up there as one of it, probably.
Oh, it's brilliant. I don't
own that.
But what's funny about the Foos in general is even some of the weaker songs on the albums
are still better than...
You enjoyed them because it just seemed to fit. It was fine, you know.
What's your favourite Foo Fighters album, actually? Welcome to Foocast.
For me, welcome to Foocast. I know this is Week on Foocast. Yeah. Again, the funny thing is, Foos and Biffy have got a funny relationship. Yeah. It's quite close as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was going to say though, for
actually,
me,
you were going to mention something like that. I had a feeling of that.
Well, my favourite's still Colour and the Shape.
Yeah.
Just because that was the one that made me go. Well, I kind of get into the first one.
The first album's probably like for nostalgia, but the second album I'd say is technically probably my favourite.
Aye.
I'd say the third album is the one that I thought I was like that. That's them there.
Well, the first three are just like what? I mean,
what a body of work!
The first three albums are just incredible. One by One.
Fourth album's a bit of a letdown.
You can tell because for One by One, he was off doing the Queen's thing. You could tell what's the word?
Took them forever to do it as well.
The vision. It was all over the place, you know.
There was no oomph, there was no spark between
them.
Saying
that, I mean, it was only
some great songs.
It was only 3 years between One by One. Nothing Left to Lose and One by One, and there's been over 4 now for this new one. But I think what the problem was back then was that was the cracks fully appearing, and you heard it was the sound of the album. It wasn't mixed very well.
Was that the point they brought in Chris Shiflett, and it was that sort of thing? He's like, I've just joined the band, and it looks like it's going to fucking end.
Oh no, Chris Shiflett was in for There's Nothing Left to Lose.
Is that
that's when it had Breakout and
right. Generator
and stuff like that. So that was okay.
That's a great album.
But again, I know there already was cracks again, and back and forth they talked about it because it was the album they recorded and they scrapped the entire thing. He's like, no, and they went to his house.
He's redone it again.
He's redone it. Yeah, he's like,
imagine people would have the money to do that. It's like, you know, fuck it.
But that was
$1 million album.
Bend the whole album.
But that's when labels still invested heavily.
They're going to invest in something like that though.
Right, we've done enough in the Foos for a second. Before that's a good topic. I don't know if you actually read about it. Did you see that news report?
Maybe I want to talk about Foo Fighters, James.
I've not said my favourite album yet.
Fuck you.
Before I forget though, because the thing is
Dave Grohl's hand once.
That's an interesting topic about
thing,
bands don't get big advances from labels. Did you see that thing in the news last week before, whenever, in July, and it was basically and it was
when the fuck am I?
It was in this month. It was in this month somewhere, and it was no, not duo. That'd be even funny if it was a duo. 3 of them, 3-piece. I'm pretty sure they're 3 little black kids as well.
Where the fuck are you going with this?
Oh, see if you haven't seen their story, it's going to annoy me because I don't remember many details about it.
Why the fuck are you talking about it? It's just like, I don't remember anything about this. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about.
Because I hope you'd remember. Oh fuck, damn it! If you don't know the details, it's going to annoy me.
Got a fairly big advance. Right,
before we go into that, I need to mention. No, it's nothing to do with it. It's nothing even compared to this.
Right.
These 3 kids Again, I don't know why they were playing in
Wait
Times
a
Square.
minute, this is kind of
They were in the middle of time. Oh, it was a viral video that I saw, but it was like the three kids were in Times Square, and obviously folk listened to this and they were going, I know exactly what you're talking about, get to the point. They played, I don't know what it is, I think they played covers as well, but they're playing original songs.
Please be hatred.
And it was, oh well, no, this is the thing, they are 12, 13 years old.
Oh, no way.
Guys, if you haven't heard this story, the punchline, as I'm going to call it now, will fucking floor you. They were playing in Times Square at some point in the last month, and they look like the guitars are 3 times the size of them, all the rest of it, and they've got the typical black clothes, moody look in their face. They got, from Sony, a $1.6 million deal.
Fuck.
Wow.
Right off.
And with the first album being something like $200,000 up front, with the second album being like $500,000.
Fuck me.
Now this is 2014 July. This has happened right now.
Basically, so the record companies have got money, folks.
Well,
$1.6 million. Now, I know, only thing I know about that story that's true is they're young and they're a metal band, and that's how much money.
Well, I was going to say, like, look,
unbelievable.
And they say that metal and rock music is dead. Yeah,
but
very good.
I mean, like,
fuck right up.
Look at.
So hopefully, guys, we'll talk about more in detail about that once we figure out the
Look
facts.
at,
Maybe next week.
Next time,
next week.
Look at Baby Metal. There's a lot of money being put in there.
Baby Metal. I posted that.
I fucking love them though. I think they're brilliant.
No, they're fucking rotten.
It's a gimmick.
It's
a gimmick. I think it's good. It's good for what it is.
It's music
It's
for
interesting.
people that aren't into manga.
I wouldn't. I would never buy it or go and see it. But I would like to see
go
it.
And see it.
If I was there and I happened to be there, I would like to see it.
I'd buy a ticket. I'd like to see that.
I'd love to see it.
They got
the wrong reasons.
They got the Metallica fans going crazy for it.
Yeah, if I play them.
And like, to be 3 Japanese girls turn up at that folk are going to go, that's not metals, and then and then to turn that crowd.
But the thing is though, that it's an absolute gimmick. James
it definitely is.
It really is. It's like a kind of 3 young girls.
Do you know what it almost is
dancing
as
to
well?
fucking
what it almost is a bit scary.
It's
a bit creepy. There's an eeriness about it that's not right. Like they're little robots or something, you know. They're not quite
I actually
human.
posted it on the NHC site last year. I posted this,
which is why I think if you're there, it would be fascinating to see. But
there's a girl I work with, and Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. And she was there for a birthday.
Hi, Jennifer.
Who's your daddy, Jennifer?
Hi. Daddy. And what does he do?
I wish that was the sound bite.
Yeah, that'd have been brilliant, wouldn't it? Kindergarten cop. What's a ferret? That's a ferret. That's the worst impression ever.
That's a ferret.
No, wait, there. Sorry, there's a fucking contender.
Oh dear.
Retard alert.
Yeah. So anyway, Jennifer, I'm sorry. I
know, sorry, that's not meant against
but
you,
yeah,
by
but
the way.
she made it's not meant to be you, it's for me. Fuck you, James. Yay for Colin. Anyways, she was down in London seeing them, and she said it's one of the best things she's ever seen.
They played, was it 100 Club or something like that, and it was just crazy the demand for it.
I think so, yeah. It was like a big gig for them, aye. She says it was random, it was amazing. She says it was the atmosphere, everything was phenomenal. Loved it. Absolutely.
It's a very strange sort of phenomenon of like Japanese in reverse fame, you know. They're big over here as opposed. It's like, well, obviously they're big over there, but
they're
like
massive over there.
It's like
a big deal.
You know, it's like, you know, you can be tiny.
I hear they're almost as big as karaoke over there.
Internet karaoke, as it says on the boxes for these mics.
Akira.
Internet karaoke.
Does it really?
It does.
Fucking
as
brilliant.
if it's a thing that everyone. That internet karaoke that you do.
Aye, because often that happens a lot.
How desperate must you be to not just do karaoke but do it at home online?
Well,
you can't even go out and do it.
Agrophobics, it's just singing.
Agrofoki.
Agrofoki. Agrioke, okay.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. It's been a year since you talked to me last. We screamed and we swore till we ran out of gas. All the love that we made and the time that we passed, well, it barely adds up to a thing. Oh, Cassandra, now I see it all so
selfish and clumsy, unwilling to learn, so afraid of your patience that it started to burn when you just kept on loving me. Oh, Cassandra, I miss the mischief in your eyes. Oh, Cassandra, I promise I will never lie to you again. I can explain everything. La 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 Cassandra, oh Cassandra, I'm working up the guts to say, oh Cassandra, a little more with every day. Oh Cassandra, I miss the mischief in your eyes. Oh Cassandra, explain everything.
Where the fuck was I going with that? Fuck aye. So.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
So some kid's got a massive deal for Sony, which
Good
does
on them.
$1.6 million.
Do you know what? See if Sony are fucking stupid enough to give him that.
Aye.
I mean,
I
I would rather we'd Uncharted 4.
But do you know what it is? This is what I reckon is the strangest part about it, and it's the fact that the way the story that I read in the little video that's played,
that our band's never got signed.
it was that too. My whole life was a lie. But it's the fact that I don't think it was based on anything other than this live Times Square performance.
Wow.
And it wasn't like
That's terrifying.
It was just they were basically busking. Now I might be getting this completely wrong, but that's exactly what I read. And it's probably been fabricated. It's one of those media bait things.
Yeah, like the old fucking.
But you never know. But it
the
seems
old
like
King Tut story about Oasis.
now what I think it is. Now I'm just purely speculation, but I think it was a reverse publicity stunt where they were already signed.
A bit like Lana Del Rey and
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I can only see that in this day and age. You do not see a three-piece 12-year-old. They're a 12-year-old.
I would love to see
and
a
then
Lana
go,
Del Rey
they're
song.
worth 1.6 million. Yeah, I'll sign off on that. Never happening.
See that?
Never happening.
There's a line in it, the pale moonlight and stuff like that. She's talking about that.
Right.
Dirty bitch.
Yeah, but that's also a
She's
line
now
from.
gone. She's now split from that Cassidy guy.
Yep.
I don't know.
Celebrity gossip as well.
the
Yeah,
Paisley
you-
guy, the Cassidy.
All right.
They were engaged.
Were they?
Aye.
Fuck aye.
Aye, because apparently Axl Rose fired into her and she's like, no, I've got a
No, I'm
boyfriend.
not
for a
into
band
Aye,
in
and
Glasgow.
what's even
No,
weirder
any
is
balding gingers.
Dave from White Light Theory, who obviously I don't think we've actually talked about much, but I've
Yeah,
recorded them
yeah.
before.
They're on next week. Is that right?
Well, they're split up now. The funny is, I think they're mates with the guy. Like it's a small world. Quinny was mates with the guy.
Barry something, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's
Yes,
Barry.
Quinny was mates with the guy.
He turns up.
She's not that pretty though. I mean,
See, if you look at do you know what I didn't realise? And it's actually fair play because it actually is. It
how
shows.
hard it is to wank to somebody you really don't find attractive.
No, aye.
Challenge
No,
wank,
no,
isn't it?
no,
Isn't
but
it called?
what's weird is I never thought I could actually wank to someone that's had plastic surgery. She's had a lot.
Well,
But
she
you
kind of
wouldn't-
looks
nah,
rubbery.
But you wouldn't really. No, I never knew.
Odd lips.
I knew she had the Botox lips, but she's actually had cheeks, eyes, nose, everything done.
Oh, okay, cool.
Look
okay.
at look at the.
Is she actually Cher?
See,
No, she's Michael Jackson.
I was just about
Well, yeah.
I was trying to think of somebody like ridiculous, like.
Actually, you know, you hang about with too much with people in it. It's like the fucking.
It's like who's that ugly guy that goes out with Liza Minnelli? That's him.
David
actually,
Guest.
Fuck me.
me and Lindsay seen him. We were in Vegas.
What in person?
Aye,
Oh
it was
my
it was
God.
it was going through customs at the same time as us, and they were right in front of us. And I was Lindsay's like, I mean, like that's so and so. I was
Who's
like,
that
"That's a
blow up
fuck-"
doll?
No, she was not in a wheelchair thing, and he was like pushing her through. And I was like,
Then she turned around and
no
backhanded him.
fucking way. She was. I would never have known. I'd walk past her. I wouldn't have known who the fuck they were.
Aye.
I just thought it was that creepy guy pushing an old person.
Who are those
It turns out
plastic
it was the two of
fuckers?
them, aye. It's like that's fucking bizarre. Going through customs at the same time. I was like, and it was really funny because he had to sit in the queue the same as us. Like, I could fuck you. Doesn't matter how much money you've got.
Aye.
America doesn't care.
It's a great equaliser.
But fucking is, by the way. Customs is fucking brings you right down.
Back to Foo Fighters. Briefly, just so I can say, I think my favourite album is probably In Your Honour.
Colin's not going to let you
Aye.
finish that sentence.
I think my favourite album is In Your Honour. I know I know they kind of fucked about with the shitty acoustic album, but they were brave enough to try it.
Sorry.
I don't think it was that shitty. It was. I think it's one of their
I like Cold
best
in the Sun,
efforts in
and I
terms
liked a couple of songs on
I
it,
like
but
about 3 or 4 songs. on
for
it.
doing something different.
I'll be honest,
Aye.
I don't think Foos have had a decent album since
ever.
the third album, and I think it was the last album they'd done on tape.
I liked Wasting Light. I think that was probably
no,
the closest-
Wasting Light was a return to form.
Aye.
That was definitely really good.
'Cause,
But again,
What was the one that had Pretender on it?
Echoes was
That
a
one.
bit kind of
No,
weird. There was like
just-
2 songs on it. You kind of go,
what was the
yeah,
fucking one? It was a
but-
double album.
The
In Your Honour.
In Your Honour.
Was it In Your Honour?
The one
That's
he's
a
talk-
fucking terrible album.
Aye.
do you think so?
Yeah,
I really liked the
definitely
first
like.
disc, and then
If you could have got, if you took about 5 from each disc, you probably would have a really good album. But it was a mess.
I
I
think
thought you
I
said
think
like
we
only
got-
4 of the acoustic songs.
Aye. But I was being generous because there was always one in the album you don't like.
It went from 45.
but
Like fuck you, right? I'm just saying.
Colin's no idea what we're talking about.
I don't know. I just thought all I know is under the P. No, genuinely though, like I find that for Fairs albums, I'll listen to them to death for like a fortnight,
and then
I don't go back to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that is. It's one of those bands.
Find that
I absolutely
I'm
love
the
them.
same with most
I love
bands.
them.
To be fair, I think the worst thing you can do is listen to any album too
I
much.
think like you're a bit. I think it's different. See, you're a musician though as well. I think you listen to it, you break it apart. You basically deconstruct it and you put it back together again in your head. And I think, see, once you've done it, maybe it takes you about a fortnight to figure everything out. You know, it does. Because you kind of see once you've deconstructed it. Put
I think that's
again.
why for me.
I think most musicians are like that when you listen to an
For
album.
me, that the albums that I can still listen to and love in a different way are the albums that are sort of pre-2000.
Yeah.
Because for me, I wasn't in that mindset.
You weren't thinking like that, yep.
But when you hear that, it's that weird emotional thing. It sparks that feeling you got then.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can't even overcome that now. You can't listen to it as a musician now. You listen to it as the young guy.
It's weird though. I've kind of like see all of a sudden like I never fell out with
and
music,
vice versa, I guess.
Yeah. But it was a wee bit of lull in music for me. I just get fed up with it. And probably about the last year, 2 years, I've sort of fell in love with music again, like new music, really. Like, and I think it's mostly down to like these Scottish bands that are coming out are fucking
there's a good
absolutely unbelievable bands that are coming out. And I don't know why it's just a resurgence of cracking bands and just I think it's this whole kind of doing it in your bedroom almost kind of vibe. It works. And I was always a big fan of like grunge and things like that. Like,
right.
and I was dead kind of that vibe, even though they were probably getting millions and
Like
millions of
Daniel
dollars.
Bedingfield, he done his album in his bedroom.
Well,
Yeah,
he was one of the first, wasn't he?
Well, I'm glad you actually got that because I'm going to say he actually was one of the first guys that made the headlines for doing that.
Yeah, totally.
And fair play, see, at the time, he must have had an all right rig. He must have spent a lot of money.
Aye, but his mum and dad aren't skint. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
it's
well,
not,
no,
it's
yeah,
not
I know.
us. Do you know what I mean? They're like fucking.
No, I mean he had to prostitute out Natasha for a while.
Oh fuck, I know.
Fuck, she was terrible as well. She probably did better than him career wise, but
What
it
have
was.
no babies? Fucking, you're not getting them. Fuck off. Get away from my door.
But to be honest, see back then, I remember the first. I mean, this was after, I'm sure. I mean, would you remember when that was?
2003ish.
Ah, right. Okay, well, that's after.
Maybe
then.
2002, 2003.
I was going to say it was about 2001 that I had my first PC that I tried.
Period?
My first period. I was pissing blood everywhere. And that's only because my uncle's a very friendly guy. No, but I remember thinking at the time, I was I was 16, 17 at the most at that point. I was amazed that I was even hearing that you could record because I'd been online. My folks had internet for a long time at that point. It was a good few years. I knew it was possible to do things at home on laptops, but the PC I had, I thought this is a really good PC, and I could barely get 3 tracks recorded without the whole thing shutting down. We couldn't even do this fucking podcast barely back in those days. And
2002. It was
2002. So he was probably working, say 2001 on it around at the same time. So back then, to get a rig that would have been good enough to record all these simple, you're talking about at least $1,500 at that time. Now, obviously that money now, the same that would get you. You could buy £300 would get you a more than capable laptop that you could do an entire album with. So that's what absolutely stunned me because that was when I was really starting to get into recording. So when I heard that he'd done that, and I thought it's not my kind of music, I was still like, fair fucking play, mate.
I think it did give a lot of people that sort of
in any walk of life, in any genre,
that sort of impetus to do it. But like the 2 pieces now, like we were saying last week, I think it's that sort of thing of fuck, I actually could do this. If he can do it, why can't I?
I know.
And then it's maybe less so, but like Lily Allen 2005, 2006 with the MySpace boom, she was one of the ones to profit massively from that. So as much as Benfield wasn't necessarily the first, probably the most prominent in that era. Whereas now anyone could do an album in the bedroom, so to speak.
Aye, oh definitely.
It's amazing.
Well, Jack White, was it not it wasn't the sort of record for that, but it was a sort of record for the fastest.
Aye.
We talked about it before, that was quite
quickest
cool.
from recording to pressed and all that kind of stuff.
So folk always try to find, whether they mean it or not, they always try to find new ways of kind of going, what's not been done yet.
Aye.
I just made a little brown fish.
Colin's back in the room, everyone. I just had a great idea, and I almost don't want to say it on this in case someone steals the idea, but I'll say it anyway.
We can cut it out.
Jamie, edit this out.
Yeah.
I kind of do want to say it though, but I'm thinking, no, maybe I don't, because it could actually be a great idea. I'm just
Wait, you need to let us in on the fucking secret, and then we'll tell you if it's a good idea or not. Take notes, aren't they?
Yep.
What if? How cool a concept would it be to record an album live, but stream it live, so you've got vague ideas maybe, but you're kind of jamming an album with a room full of with players, and it's going out live on the internet.
That's not an album, that's just a live jam.
No, but you tell your fans, look, we're going to play 12 songs, so you specifically stop after, say, 4 minutes, and you wind down the jam. You go like that, thank you, and then somebody starts playing something. You start jamming for another 4 or 5 minutes. You do it for 12 songs. Then you go, there's my latest album.
You do have a danger of it being a really bad album.
You do, but the thing is, I think...
But then equally, it could be phenomenal.
You know them.
I mean, me and James are amazing, so, like...
Oh, do you know the band called Explosions in the Sky?
Yes.
Instrumental band. Or maybe, I don't know if it's evolved, but they were all...
No, they were, at least.
Are they still?
As far as I know, aye.
Maybe I'll just take a rough guess now. They've had an album since then, but I reckon...
Is it a guesstimate?
It was a guesstimate.
I fucking hate that.
Guesstimate album at 5... about 5 years ago, maybe not even as much as that. 4, maybe 2009, 2010. They done a concept album where... I suppose sometimes you could say they're all concept albums, but this one... Well, I think with them they're all very big and it's like
I like to correct my own pretentious wankery.
Oh no. I'm actually
the fact that Jamie's becoming the glue that actually holds this together.
That's fucking terrifying, isn't it?
Well, not really. No,
the alcoholic glue that holds it together.
I think you know bands that have got that pretentious attitude going into an album to make it are interesting, even if you don't, if you think it's unnecessary. But they're one, and again,
Death in Vegas,
they could have topped it the last one, but Explosions in the Sky, like again, they're not going to be like hitting the charts with their songs. They're not going to be making millions.
Yeah.
They don't. I think they're not even trying.
Probably get day jobs.
They're just exactly. They're definitely one of those bands that probably do, but. They decided, I think it was, they went into a house, they transformed it into a studio, they rented it out, say, for a month or a week.
I think you may have told me this before.
I think I told you, but I don't think I've talked about it
about different things.
And what they done was, they decided, look, nobody have any ideas, don't bring any riffs you've got to the table here.
Just show up.
They basically rented this house. I mean, I'm probably adding details in, but it was roughly 12 days, say they were in a house for, and each day they said, look, today... we'll start a song, and no matter what, we'll finish with a song. Whatever we've got, that's the song.
Awesome.
So day 1, they had a song. Day 2, they had a new song. So by the end of the week or week and a half, whatever it was, they had their album, and that was it. They could not, probably. But I think, you know, if the album's shite, you know, like Sigur Rós have got these things. I love them. I think they're great for their ideas. They're pretentious and wanky, but you know.
Well, we said that like I was saying,
but
like,
it works for them.
I was saying to you like I wanted to do something I've got a couple ideas for solo stuff, and we were saying like rather than like do the big thing that we done with the last album, not like kind of almost overthinking it. Like we were saying, just take kind of lo-fi, just we'll do it like that, and it's done. Do you know what I mean? Like just what we do in that time is it's done. And I'm totally. I think that's a great idea. I really want to do that. I don't
almost
think,
as if you're pretending you're doing it on tape or something.
Just quick done, just quick done. Because I think when you start overanalyzing things, overthinking it does cloud the issue.
Beatles' first album was done in a day.
Exactly, I definitely. I just think there's something in that. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's where you can look back and fuck's sake, but there's not. I don't think there's a single musician in the world, and in fact, I'll stick with that. That listens back.
Your last answer?
No, but yeah, it's locked in. That look back on their body of work and there's not.
There's not a flaw somewhere.
There's not a single bit in a song that every song I reckon there's a bit and they go, I wish they'd done that different. I could have.
Absolutely. Well, even classic albums.
Yeah, man.
People are still going to. You're going like that. That's my life. That's defined my life.
Yeah, there's no way.
But the people that recorded that, there's probably the drummer going, I wish I'd played a 4/4 instead of a 4.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're like, it doesn't fucking matter.
There was a bit. And
I live in
the album I done, and it was like it was so fucking pointless. And I remember being like really like because we've been here for like fucking 18 hours or something, and I was like, it's really annoying me, blah blah blah.
So you beat album again?
Yeah, but I remember you saying like at the time like I'm not getting it, I'm not seeing it. But it was because I'd played the fucking thing. I was like, no, definitely. Come back like a week later or something. I was like, don't even what you're talking about. And you're like, fucking. I think he spent like 18 days just trying to fix the fucking thing.
Probably.
Like, and it was like. Nah, I don't even know what I was talking about. And he was like, fuck you, you stupid ass.
I think I probably spent about 18 hours a minute on that
18 hours a minute?
Fixing that. No, but I was going to say something else here as well. I think
I'm just using that as an example.
Overthinking recording or writing, and I think it probably applies to fucking movies, everything, writing scripts. Overthinking anything kills the creative
process. That's where second album syndrome sometimes kicks in because they kind of go,
If you take a think about it.
You're becoming an outsider
Shit, we've
as
got
well.
to justify this
Yeah,
and
that's a good
show
shout.
progression and blah blah blah. So like,
Don't read your own reviews and all that as well. That's
Well, that's what I was
the
gonna
main
say.
thing.
You
'Cause
kinda
that-
nailed it there
you
as
get
well.
inside your own head.
You absolutely
you know?
nailed it when you said becoming the outsider. You're right. Like, it's like you're looking in on the band because you're hearing it on the radio. You're
Because
hearing
you've
different
had
things.
so much
Yeah,
feedback.
yeah, totally. So you're kind of like, right, I'm going to try this. Sometimes it's.
That's why Justin Bieber's probably the most fucked up child ever born.
Do you know what, that boy, man? I actually feel for him.
He's not. I mean, it's a shame.
I don't think he's long for this
He's
world. And
gone.
God love him, man. I feel terrible for him. I really do, because he's a wee guy who got hand the world and
at
he's
such a young age.
pissing it away. Aye. And it's thing is that there's people around about him that are allowing him to do it because it's selling fucking newspaper and making more money. And it's terrifying. Because do you know what? As much as we slag his music and all the rest of it and different things,
he's a fucking talented musician.
I mean, he's been doing that for he was what, 12, 13?
There or thereabouts.
You can't really.
But I mean,
you've got to give credit where
he
credit's
can
due.
genuinely play a lot of instruments.
Mhm.
Like credit.
Well, that's what I mean.
It's-
But it's just because, like,
I mean, he had singing talent on
Yeah.
the. If you watch his early
yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
stuff,
totally, man.
it's just that when it
Seemingly that
it gets
documentary's really
broken
good.
apart.
It's maybe a really good documentary. That the one. It's like
I showed him playing
John
drums when
Chu
he's
done-
10 and all that
directed
kind
or
of stuff.
something
I don't know.
I've
but
seen that kind of clip.
It's meant to be a really, really good documentary if you're into like that kind of thing. But like, it's me personally, I'd rather fucking die. But no, but there's people though.
Watch it to deathbed.
But there's people though that are, like, you know, are really
Genuinely
into
love
this guy's music,
Aye.
and you know, it's kind of mocking them away. Like I think anyway, I think treating your fans like that, it's fucking spitting on them. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I expect that at a punk gig, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? That's if that's the guy's act, but don't fucking sit in a balcony showing off to somebody spit on them. That's disgusting.
Because you know you're the
Mm.
spokesperson for children.
That's
You know
kind of
what
my point. Do you know what I mean? Fucking Nickelodeon award. Do you know what I mean? You know, but when he got that Nickelodeon award, fucking people spunked in that goo. You know what I mean? I'd have spunked in it, just fucking prick.
They want you dead. They want you dead. They say you can never love another. But when we play, you tell me that it's over. And when I come home, we start again. And when I am gone, am I still your man? You thought you'd get away with it. The time was on your side, but you got caught and you can't hate too late. And now they want you anyway. They want you dead. They want you dead. She said, I can never love another. Well, I said, you never even loved each other. And now I'm bending over backwards just to try to make you understand that your heart is in a rough place when you're sleeping with another man. You thought you'd get away with it. The time was on your side, but you got caught and you can't hate too late. And now they want you anyway. They want you dead. They want you dead. to a fool in the desert. Memories of my past rip their way onto my shirt. I can see her, I can hear her, I can feel her. I can see her, I can hear her, I can feel her dripping down my throat. I'm not sad, I'm twisted. Sick makes you sound like a cure that can fix it. Gargle these words at the back of my mouth, drip their way down when they can't get out. I can see her, I can hear her, I can feel her. I can see them, I can hear them, I can feel them dripping down my throat. At where you've come to, so many paths that you could follow. Now look at where you've ended up, so many bridges you could cross.
Just it's really ungrateful. It's a horrible way to treat your fans. That's what annoys me. Like the thing we were talking about a few weeks ago with Clapton. It's a horrible way to treat your fans. Just that kind of, I'm away in a tough. Really, you're away in a huff. That's great, but there's people here that are fucking. Yeah. It's the first time they've seen you.
They're desperate to see you. 50 years.
Yeah, definitely, man. They thought you might fuck it.
There were definitely a lot of folk there seeing them for the first time.
Really fucking devastated at it. It's like, fuck you. Stop being an arsehole.
Aye.
I think it's all saying like don't meet your fucking idols and stuff like that, but I mean, you've paid to see them and then they act like that. It's just horrible.
So that's why I could never see a Guns N' Roses for that very reason. I love stuff of some of their stuff.
Aye.
Do you know what Appetite for Destruction is probably one of my favourite albums ever. It's a phenomenal album.
I could never go and see them because the contempt he treats his fans with in a way.
It's pretty awful, aye.
Like,
these people, but
I know last time we did Glasgow, he turned up at whatever time, the last trainings at say 10 to midnight or whatever. He turns up at 11:30 and then goes, where the fuck is everyone? You're like, well, they've got jobs the next day.
Aye, exactly.
They're not working, they're not rock stars.
You might not fucking appreciate that with your millions in the bank, but they've got a 9 to 5 or a 6 o'clock start next day.
It probably costs them a lot of money to get here as well. Yeah, it's a fucking dickhead move. But you know,
was.
it's just the way it is. What's the worst big band you've ever seen actually live?
Worst?
Like disappointed, like you're like, I was expecting that to be really good.
I don't know. I was really disappointed with 97.5 because I loved their album.
Yeah, we've spoken about that before.
But we've talked about that before.
But it was only because they were too perfect live, which that's a kind of.
I think it's because they played a backing track though.
It did seem like a bit of a backing track.
I've seen.
Seem like they're. I mean, they're like
Actually,
megastardom.
I ended up watching their Tina Park set. They've introduced a fucking saxophone. You know,
I hate saxophone.
Heavily worry about them though because it's one of those things.
You heavily worry about it. I worry about world peace and that.
Because they're going to be a one hit. I reckon they'll be a one hit wonder. Because like
slice smile there from James.
If you milk 6 singles off an album, it's not a good sign.
They had 6 singles.
Yep.
Fuck off.
It's fucking.
What's that about?
We're talking at least 5, but I think it's 6.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 6. I'm pretty sure
6 singles off your debut album.
I'll be honest, there's only about 6 songs on that album that are decent.
I mean, that stinks of, oh shit, we've not got ideas.
No, it stinks of a record company going like, we're going to milk us for everything we've got. It's not an art, like, a lot of people don't realise this. It's not an artist. An artist is wanting to go in, and most people who are playing bands want to go write music.
Here's an interesting
That's what
thing.
you want to do. You write music.
On that,
that.
talking about record labels pushing and shoving and all that. I was talking earlier last week, perhaps,
Dirty bastards.
About, I was talking about the whole Biffy not getting enough coverage for the backing band and all that, or the backing couple of guys. But it's like Twin Atlantic. Apparently, I heard this in the same.
So I'm blocked up, and I'm just people.
Collins, you're not getting.
I like model trains. I do.
You're not getting a prank call. It's just Colin breathing heavily in your ear.
Aye.
Sorry if you're listening to this at 12 o'clock.
Unfortunately, though, like your phone's not ringing, but I'm lying in bed with you. Like, hello.
Just press your ear up against the speaker.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Fries, motherfucker. Prize, motherfucker. Oh, God. Supplies, motherfucker. Right. Apparently, for the new album, and this came from a source near the band, who's a lecturer for the guy that was telling this story. I was quite surprised because I'd heard through, again, somebody we've talked about on the podcast before, about how there's maybe some stuff. Well, no, definitely not Jamie. Again, somebody else really connected in a way to the band, to put it like. Again, I'm not, because I don't want this to be cut, so I don't want to name names, but basically, there was talk before, and I mentioned it about how some of their stuff might not be their own music
Atlantic
on
Twins.
this album. Wow. Now, the thing that I've now found out,
none of it is
that, well, no, I'd actually, I went so far as to sort of, because I knew they didn't like Heart and Soul.
As I say, I don't like it.
I knew the band, and fucking half the fans didn't like it. Half the folk that
not half the fans. None of the fans liked it.
So basically, I then found out no, Sam McTrusty did write that song, but it's because, and this is quite a bombshell, really bit of trivia. The label heard the album, and there was other songs included that might now become B-sides or whatever, and they went, and Heart and Soul wasn't on it, and they went, we're not putting that out.
Well,
right as another,
and it's Red Bull as well. It's not
right
like
as a big single. And he went, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Listen, here's the facts." And they're basically told, as far as I was told, this is again third-hand information, but it seems. I trust the sources. Basically, yeah, they were told. they were told that's it. The album's not. Listen, here's the deal, guys. Write a single that we like, or the album is getting shelved.
That's really surprising with Red Bull as well, because they've got that whole thing of supporting.
Yeah,
sort of niche bands and blah blah blah.
It's not surprising at all.
$1
billion fucking company.
What that tells me is that tells me it could be 50-50. It could either be the album is the album that the fans want, or the album is just shite.
Based on the other two sort of singles, I would say it's the latter, because I really don't like Brothers and Sisters. I mean, terrible. I'm not a big Twin Atlantic fan. No, I'm not really a fan, to be honest.
I always feel as if he's singing sort of Scottish, forcing it.
It's good to see. I mean, they're doing quite big dates in America and stuff like that, so fair play to them. Great reactions at festivals and stuff like that. It's just not for me.
No,
I agree.
But what I find fascinating is that information that the album was forced to be shelved if they didn't produce one big single, and they did, and fair enough, it was all over Radio 1. But then again, is that going to be the fault?
But the thing is, the fallout from that is the people are going to their gigs aren't fans of what they do.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Is that what you're kind of point you're getting at?
That's what I'm saying. It's either going to be
with Kings of Leon at one point. There was that sort of twist.
Do you know what? See, Kings of Leon, I have never liked them at all.
Oh no! I think they got better. They got good.
They got better.
There was that sort
I just never liked them. I don't like the guy's voice. I appreciate it's a phenomenal voice he's got.
I never liked the early sound.
Right.
I thought it was a little bit too
thin.
Aye, it was a little bit. Again, it was almost a gimmick that kind of thing was in the charts, just purely because of what was in the early 2000s to mid 2000s. But I feel that it was on that. She's the
Charmer and all that kind of stuff.
Is it the one where he screeches a little bit? That song, that was kind of that was their turnaround
for
point.
me, third album.
I actually don't mind that song. That's an okay song.
That was the point where they sort of progressed to like playing academies and stuff like to arena band.
And then
they followed up with like Sex on Fire, and that you kind of seen the crowd go
Sex
from
on Fire. I've got to admit, is a phenomenal song.
It's a great wee tune.
A great single.
You seen the
but
crowd.
Does it deserve the credit it gets?
You seen the crowd go from the folk who'd loved them for the start. I kind of jumped in the second album, if I'm honest, with Kingsley, and I didn't like the first one.
Still quite early days.
And so like the last when after
that, when considering what they're good now, still going at his early days.
Genuinely though, I couldn't get into the sound. See, guy's voice, I don't like it. I just
there's folk I went to school with hated them until Sex on Fire came out, and they're like,
it's almost peer pressure with a band like that. Do you remember a band called The Automatic?
Yeah.
And they had Monster.
What's that coming over the hill?
That was I mean,
their second album was dire.
Oh, I mean, they were a fairly dire band.
Aye.
In general,
Poundland, you can get a fucking Poundland.
Aye.
I think it's a pound.
Even Poundland.
Do you know I worked in Poundland for like 5 minutes? Literally,
you worked in Poundland for 5 minutes.
Literally, I was in there. Like I done my the wee kind of meeting thing at the beginning.
Did you get a sack for saying how much does this cost?
No, honestly, God, right, I was there and I literally got asked about 5, maybe 6 times in an hour. Like, how much is this, mate? And I was done. I was like, fuck this, and I walked. I actually walked.
Fuck off!
It was literally on repeat. It was awful, and it was like these fucking people walking there like feel like it's a good job, but because you get 10 pence more than everybody else in retail. Fucking what? You've got to put me a shit.
Aye.
Bye. See you later on. It's just fucking awful. Aye.
That did say fire in the hole, but it kind of didn't come through.
Yeah. Just like it's like one of those little toy guns you used to get. Anyways, I just had to vent that. Like, I've been holding that for
Automatic,
like 20 years.
take it away, James.
No, but the Automatic thing is a similar story because they were on that cusp of being pretty massive.
They didn't make me a box. That was always on in box.
It's an early because it was that late 2006 when Box opened. 2007
that
thing. Then they just gone. They were gone.
Oh, what the fuck was the band? The girl. It was. They used to smash the big sort of drum thing. The
Las Vegas.
You mean no?
Oh, no, you'll get it.
That's not my name.
Oh, Ting Tings.
Ting Tings, yeah. Which, do you know what? I actually quite like their album. But that reminds me of Box.
The guy was like the guy
in Elbow as well.
The guy was like fucking Robin Thicke. He was like 50 years old. Do you know what I mean? He'd been going for a while. That guy.
Aye, it looked like he was going in fucking in borrowed time.
He was lucky. He was lucky. The Ting Tings.
Did their second album ever happen?
I think it did.
I think it happened, but it was just
no.
Because that's another one you can get Poundland.
Because 2007 they were quite high up on main stage T the Park. You know,
they'd done well.
They were big.
They
were massive at that point.
Do you know what? They put on some show. They were fucking excellent.
I think that album
a 2-piece as well.
A 2-piece. Well, there was a lot of backing tracks. It was all backing tracks. It was basically all backing track plus he played drums and she sang.
I didn't get that. Like there was no reason for him to play drums.
There wasn't. He was just there.
There was just there.
It was like he had a good lawyer that got the contract.
He had to justify being there.
Oh, basically.
Aye.
I remember they recorded at Lo-Fi.
I mean, he was her dad, so I mean, he had to kind of watch.
What was it her anyway? Was he just like a producer or something?
I think he was her baby daddy.
Yeah, nice. No,
something creative.
There
was an interesting story where he was either the manager of a boy band or he was managing
boys.
And managing moys.
Managing moys.
But no, it's funny you mentioned that because you two
every time
you can kind of slot an era around your band into an era.
Well, it was. I remember that was a big song. Not My Name.
The one I was going to say, the other band around that time that are big that have kind of disappeared was 1990s.
Yeah,
Scottish band, Glasgow band. Remember they were huge at that point as well.
Right.
They were decent, and then they fucking vanished.
Again,
Rock. Do you know what they fucking played? They headlined.
I swear to God, you stole that from me.
They headlined Rock Ness about 2008
or
2007, 8, and they kind of just disappeared.
Were they the same sort of movement as the Cold War Kids and stuff like that?
Yep.
That sort of era.
Pigeon
Detectives were fucking terrible.
Fucking hell.
My missus has got that album.
And that's when the Wombats broke out as well.
I fucking love the Wombats.
And they actually
the same sort of time.
Yeah, exactly the same time. Oh man, it's
crazy. Delays not as well.
Delays, yeah.
That's an amazing album, that. That's not me.
That is you.
It might be me.
It's just you're breathing too hard on it.
My breathing causes static interference. That's
the doorbell.
weird alarm. I sit on crack.
Garbage day!
I knew I wanted one in somewhere and it was Garbage Day. You ever seen that film?
No.
Oh, fucking hell. It's called... it's a parody, it's a Christmas parody film, and it's like... It's the worst, best B-movie you'll ever see.
Wow.
I don't know, I've seen
What
Ninja.
about Machete? That's up there as one of the...
That's
yeah,
deliberate.
yeah.
That's a deliberate B-movie.
That's
made to be a B-movie.
This is not
That's
meant. This is not meant to be bad. This was like trying to be good,
right,
and it was a sequel of it. And it was, I think it's just called Silent Night, Silent Death, or something. It's called.
I think you've told me about it. Your sister's told me about it.
My sister loves
she
it.
was telling me about it.
And it's just a scene where it's like the guy acts.
That's weird. I mentioned your
with
sister
these
didn't mention
eyebrows.
shagging once. That's weird.
Just in your mind.
It was in my mind.
Oh dear. But
We get your sister
Silent
on here.
Night.
Actually.
She probably wouldn't want to come on this.
It's not a talk on it.
That's it. Oh,
I was pointing at my cock when I says on here.
he wasn't really. Just to clarify.
Yes, it was.
He actually was.
Oh, it's
he
really
is.
weird.
He's
No,
cock
it's really
out.
odd. You actually looked at my crotch as if Colin may actually be
No,
looking at
but
his
do you know
cock.
what? But do you know what it was? It's because
Yeah, he won't want to see my cock.
It's because in the back of my mind I looked over and thought,
I really want to see his cock.
I see something. It was the bottle,
Aye,
so I
do you know what?
had to
Aye,
look to make sure.
that
I was like, that's
to make sure that you like my cock.
Oh god.
Ah, right.
Oh,
We're going to need to film an entire episode of this.
I think that's the only real diversion we've had this whole episode was that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
We've been very well behaved.
I know,
Strangely,
I'm sorry. Do you know what though? I just felt like it's what people listen is come to expect. They come to expect it.
Come to expect.
Come to expect. They expect to come.
Come to respect.
Come to respect, yes.
They
On a
expect.
digestive biscuit and make
Oh.
your granny eat it. It's mushy though, you know what I mean? She'll like it.
Soggy biscuit.
Soggy biscuit.
Soggy biscuit.
Soggy biscuit. That's a
Jamie
name for
can
a
do
band.
his movie quotes, I can do mine.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
dear.
But you were going to say actually you were going to talk about the what do you call it, the Status Quo movie.
Status Quo movie.
I don't know why he's fucking what's he talking about this right? Fucking strap yourselves in, folks. Status Quo.
Status Quo have a film called
So I'm going to say this is a new thing.
Yeah.
Newish.
Yes, right. This is an actual movie.
It's
You were out of the room and he was telling me about the plot. This is phenomenal.
Called Bula Quo or something like that. Essentially, yeah.
Called what?
Bula Quo or something stupid like that. And the basic plot is they're playing a gig in Fiji. After the gig, they stumble across some kind of...
Oh, so it's meant to be. It's like a staged real life thing almost, like
kind
It's
of
basically
mockumentary almost.
No. That's just completely serious.
It's an actual film. It's not like mockumentary. It's a film. So like they do the gig in Fiji and then stumble across some kind of gangland Russian mafia, not Russian mafia, Fiji mafia playing Russian roulette thing. See a guy getting killed, caught it on their phone. So then the mob are after them. And they get up to sort of nonsense across Fiji and eventually escape. Sorry, spoilers.
What's this got to do with Status Quo?
Their music's in it and they're in it. But
so they're actually acting in it?
Yeah.
Fuck me, we need to watch this.
Possibly.
I know, I actually said that. I was like, that has to happen up here.
So it's about an hour and 20 minutes of your life you might not get back. But it kind of, like Colin and I talked about the upcoming Metallica one. Is it Through the Never or something like that?
Yeah.
Where
But it's already been on, it's been out in IMAX and stuff.
Is it?
Like
Oh, fantastic.
That was about a year
Going
ago.
out for the stag.
What?
That's happening up here.
Oh, brilliant.
What's the rough kind of story of the Metallica one? Other than the fact
I didn't know it had a story, to be honest with you.
there's
until
like
I heard
basically
you
there's
talk
like
about it
there's some
earlier.
sort of demonic thing happening backstage and somebody's getting killed.
Right.
And it's this guy trying to get out the back. It's all happening backstage as they're
'Cause
playing the gig.
I'm
It's what I kind of
See,
read.
that kind of sounds
I think it's kind of cool.
That's
Aye.
at least-
Seemingly it's really well done. Like, I don't know. I've not seen it. But what I've heard of people saying it's cool.
'Cause,
Man.
like,
And it's not like Metallica fans. It's people that are
Aye.
actually into like horrors and movies.
Awesome.
And shit like
No,
that's kind of died off by and large now with like bands being in films, whereas you look at like the Rat Pack and Elvis and the Beatles, they were all forced into various films.
But you know, usually now you get bands that are playing in the background of films. You get that, like Offspring and what's the horror remote, the kind of comedy one.
Scary movie.
No, the one with his hands possessed. He's running a bit.
What?
Idle Hands.
Oh,
Idle Hands.
I didn't realise. I've seen that. Yeah,
He's playing the Ramones song.
Wow.
There you
Oh
go.
wow.
That's them playing the dance, and he gets his head cut off, and he's like, "Wah!" It's really cool.
Dark Floors and the Lordy film.
There's a Lordy film.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's Lordy, yeah. You've not seen Dark Floors?
Lordy!
Dark Floors is actually the premise of the story of the horror film as itself. If you take Lordy out of it, is a good story.
Right.
But it's kind of ruined with the cheesiness of their appearance at the end. They wrote it, I think they wrote it, and all the music's theirs and stuff like that, but they appear as themselves at the end. But they're not.
Surprise, motherfucker!
They're not right, but they're not. It's not like, hey, it's Lordy. It's like what they dress as is just what you see them as.
Right.
So it's not like they're saying, oh, there's the band Lordy. It's just them.
Right, okay.
There's
So,
Dave and
have you not seen it,
John
no?
and
It's on Netflix.
Right.
I think it came out 2009.
Do you know what? I
10.
probably have fucking seen it. I've just
Basically, I mean, it's basically like
seen so
the
much
plot,
shit over the
the
years,
plot
man.
is really cool. It's got like a sort of possessed like girl that's ill and she's in a hospital. The guy her dad goes to take her away and like take her out of the hospital kind of thing. And then at some point they're travelling in an elevator in the hotel and it stops. And when they come out, the hotel's like trashed and empty.
right.
And it basically
That sounds pretty cool,
there's a
actually.
slight sort of time travel element to it, and it's all about demonic spirits. But the story is quite creepy and quite well done. All really unknown actors and all the
Aye.
rest of it. But it was a big. But I mean, the budget's quite good, and you can tell it's been well done. But
Aye.
it's just that slight cheesy
I
element
was going to say,
that
it's
Lordy
got
appear.
it's got that kind of 80s vibe about
Aye,
it.
but
Yeah.
and it's still in a kind of good way. But I think if it was just, say, I don't know, like a Wes Craven thing with like a new story with all
Yeah.
slightly.
I love the Wes Craven movie, Wishmaster.
I've not
Wishes.
seen that.
That's hilariously bad. It's brilliant.
Aye.
Wishes. It's got all these like 80s. sort of
Again, those are kind
franchise
of
that go.
a lot of them. Those ones are good because they're bad as well.
Aye.
Yeah, totally.
In that kind of way, you know.
Horror in general is 9 times out of 10 pretty bad.
It is meant to
I
be
mean,
that way, you know.
but-
I mean, see a film like Jeepers Creepers. Remember that was?
I liked that.
It's actually not too
I
bad.
enjoyed that.
They tried.
The second one's actually really good.
I think the second one's better because
Yeah, I'll give you that because you weren't
it's-
expecting it to be good. As well, you were kind
Aye.
of like, this is going to be a fucking. This is
the
going to be
first, the first one just
But it was
had
well
that
done.
irritating the two of them in the
Yeah,
car thing.
yeah.
And that is it. Jason Long? No.
Yeah,
Somebody Long.
No, it's
Justin Long.
Justin Long.
Justin, sorry, he was a
It's
giant.
at the point he was that typical
comedic.
bratty kid thing, and it was an hour and a half of the film was just that.
Aye.
So that ruined it. But then because you'd established the story, the second one was like,
He actually makes it
not
into the
bad.
second one, which is pretty cool.
aye.
It's a kind of good way
But
of doing
it's,
it.
aye, that's when I started to kind of think like horrors are kind
Tell you
of
what,
funny.
the best thing I've seen for ages, horror wise, that I wasn't expecting it, was the film VHS. If you've not seen that, check it out. It's really, really cool. It's kind of like
Have I seen?
we were talking about.
I'm thinking of Rec record.
Aye,
No,
we were talking about doing a kind
I've not
of
seen
like
VHS.
a wee mini sort of thing. Fucking a year ago, we were saying like it'd be really cool to do it like just a kind of handheld, and you could see what we could come up with, like just a quick story, just for a video kind of thing. They've done basically a movie like that, and it's just different stories.
was it like Jamie talked about that as well or something? Was it Jamie not?
Maybe actually, I say something. When we said like, "Oh, we died ages ago as well," but
Do you know what it was?
could be
Do you know what
fucked
it was?
doing
I might have mentioned as well is the fact that Lemon Party, when they got together as a
Oh
band,
yeah, they done.
that's what I said. It was really funny. They had a camcorder. One of them had a camcorder, and the first rehearsal as a band, they'd all
made
know
a film.
They were all, they kind of got distracted on the way to rehearse, and they just decided, you know what? Let's just make a horror movie instead. So they actually done that. They sat and spent the whole day recording a horror film, like ketchup on an axe and stuff, and like
I remember.
it was like it sounds like what a fucking
I
hilarious
remember
thing to do.
like there was we used to have a caravan in Millport, and I ended up having to. There was something happened. It was like some sort of lease change or thing.
You've told
And I
this
get
story as
dragged.
well.
I get
I've heard
fucking
this.
dragged to fucking go there.
This was probably when we talked about
And I
it.
get
actually.
fed up, and I actually made a wee mini horror
That's
thing
right.
myself. And it was actually, I mean, like at the end of the show, they were like, that's actually pretty fucking cool because I just done it in such a. It was like
Were these real people or your imaginary friends?
no, I don't. There was no one. There was no. But it was like there was no one really in it. It was just kind of more kind of
Creepy shots.
just weird. Just
Aye.
weird and just.
I used to
really
do shit like
odd,
that as well.
Really
Yeah.
odd sort of stuff.
See, as soon as you flick on night vision and an old camcorder,
Yeah.
you're just.
It was a black and white.
I've just
black and
finished-
white in a summer day.
I've just finished
looks
playing a
really
game
good.
called Outlast.
It's maybe brilliant. Is it good?
Holy shit!
Is it terrifying?
It's utterly terrifying.
I heard it's really scary.
It's
Genuinely
phenomenal.
scary. Right, cool.
It's absolutely brilliant. Like whenever you get a PS4 or whatever, get that for
Aye.
it. It's cheap as fuck.
Aye.
Um,
I'll get on it. It's fucking penniless.
oh well, whatever.
Anybody that wants to fucking donate a PlayStation 4 to me, that would be great.
Alright,
Oh.
Xbox is coming down in price now as well. Which
Did anyone
I'm not
talk?
that bothered about it.
donate one of those consoles to us, and then we'll be on Twitch or whatever it is all the fucking time for the
I'll be on
podcast
time
recording.
as well, but not to David and that. It's just like for all the wrong reasons.
For all the wrong reasons.
All the wrong
No, but
reasons.
Outlast, tell you what, they've never nailed a horror as far as I'm concerned in any game. This one properly gives you like I had to put the controller down a few times and go, right, I need to take a break for a minute because
my brain's fried.
I'm getting see how that
You sucked in.
see the effect, because obviously they couldn't do it for like, you know, the older consoles. It's only PC and the new consoles, but it's the fact that when you flip on that night vision, because it's such a good looking game, and
It just looks apart.
you're looking around with the night vision on,
And it's
you start to panic, going, I feel like I'm actually doing this myself, and you second guess yourself, and the scares are genuine scares.
The last game I played like that was
amazing.
What was the last Silent Hill movie, film? No, game. Sorry.
I don't know. I've no idea.
It was like
I've not played
it was
Silent
maybe
Hill
two.
since
So it was
years
2
ago.
games ago. Fucking hell! Genuinely, I actually turned it off. I was like, fucking hell.
I did like the first couple.
It took me
It's been a
honestly,
long time since
like,
I played
I'm
them.
not like you by yourself. I'm not that easily scared. I doesn't. I'm not one of these people who goes to the cinema, like watch the film. Go,
Oh no, me neither.
Just not like
That's
that.
why I was
But
amazed at
I was
Outlast.
genuinely unsettled with this
I'll
game.
need to look. Is this a 360 PS3 game? Aye?
PS3 game. I've got it for
Aye.
PS3. But I mean, have you got a PS3?
I've got a 360.
I was going to say no, it doesn't work then.
That doesn't work. No, I'd have to buy a specific copy.
But it was genuinely like an unsettling game.
I actually didn't realise that. I didn't
you get it
realise
for about a £5.
I know, probably will. I didn't realise they were still making them. I used to play the Alone in the Dark as well. Alone in the Dark, the last one for the 360 and PS3, I didn't like. It was shit.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was too actiony.
The one before, too actiony.
It was trying too hard to be Resident Evil.
Exactly.
Resident Evil gets away with it because you can run about shooting zombies, but the good thing about Silent Hill is it's one of those games. It's like, and I'm not a big fan of the franchise.
It's more in the atmosphere.
It's fucking just messed up. It really is. You're basically in like this old sort of lab, and you're kind of trying to get out. You try to figure out what's happened, and you're just going around. But you're looking at old X-rays. But as you're holding up the X-rays and stuff, there's something like in the background.
Yeah,
like, what
exactly.
the fuck was that?
Well, that's why you would love Outlast. See Outlast. You don't have any weapons. You've got nothing.
Well, you've got
nothing but a camcorder. You're not a fighter. You're just basically trying to. It's as if you were dumped in this asylum.
And you're trying to get the fuck out. What's the film I watched recently? And I was on Netflix, and it was genuinely, it was an unsettling movie, and it's because it tricks you into thinking it's a daft movie, and then before you know it, you're like, fuck. So but the
so kind of
the ghost
leads you down a cozy path, and then
it's basically along the lines of like ghost hunters or something like that. It's basically these guys.
It's a cheesy reality show.
That sounds like a really bad Ghostbusters.
It's like, hey guys, we're off to find some
it's
ghosts.
Totally deliberately bad. But then it turns to a really good budget, and you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And basically, what it does, it's really clever.
I've heard
it's
of this.
really clever.
I know.
Like, basically, what it does, right? Like my pal was like, ages ago, he's like, "You need to check this out." I was like, "All right, okay." Can I? He's like, but he never told me. He's like, "It's really fun. It's so bad you'll like it." And I was like, "All right, okay." And I remember texting him, going, "You're a fucking dick." Basically what happens is it flips itself. It starts off and it's like, "Hi, we're ghost chasers or ghost hunters," something like that. They were basically like, "Hi, we're ghost hunters." Say, and it's like, and we're here filming and such and such. Like, oh, sorry, and they keep doing it.
I have seen this. I think. For fuck's sake!
Basically, the whole premise
coming back to me.
The whole premise is basically they try like so they finish filming. Like, that's a bit shit, and a guy falls down the stairs and stuff, and they're like, oh, it's a wee bit rattled. Like, let's go. They try to get out, and they can't get out. Like, what the fuck? And it's like chained. Like, what the fuck? How can I get out, please? So they can't get out of this. It's an old asylum. They try to get out, and it basically goes from bad to shitstorm in about 4 seconds.
I've seen that.
And it's like first half of the movie, you're like, there's nothing happening here. It's like you just think this is really bad, and it's comedy bits and stuff, and then it fucking changes, and it turns to genuine suspense, and then you're just like, you just want these people to get out there. Fucking.
Now, what's really annoying is I can usually remember where and when I was when I watched films. I have seen that.
I can't remember the name.
And you're right. It starts off.
I'm sure it's Ghost Hunters.
It's like Ghost Hunters. It's a pure cheesy almost.
And it's so well done.
It's like guys that are just. It's like they're making a reality show their own.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
and it just goes.
The tables are turned. Oh yeah.
But it changes as well from like, well, the batteries are going to. It actually changes to a film as well, so it's not just like Lost.
I fucking can't.
It's a great
movie,
movie.
But I have seen it.
I'm
fairly certain it's on Netflix and
stuff.
I
know, definitely. I watched it on Netflix. I really enjoyed it.
But that's not when I saw it, and that's what's bugging me. Oh well, brilliant, good shout because I want to see
that
again.
It's a fucking great movie, man.
See that again.
Great movie. Sorry, folks. I can't remember the name of it, but it's really.
I'm sure they've already googled it and they've found it. They're watching. They've turned this off.
They've
turned this off.
The beauty of this not being broadcast live is we can share the link to it or something like that.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh, exactly.
It's just one of those movies. Though it's like
I need to remember things like that.
There's not many movies.
I keep telling Jamie to go. Do you know what? See
Put that
that
in the
bit,
show-
tell
show
me,
links,
you know,
yeah.
and now he's not even bothering telling me the song titles.
He's not even
like,
fucking here.
These bands, these are the bands that play in that order. That's it. That's all I get told. So it's like, right, you can hear these bands. Don't know what song it is, but you can hear them.
Yeah,
Oh,
man. Actually, I was going to say, see if you listen to this on YouTube or whatever, subscribe, because we want more
Please
subscribers. Yeah, it'd be really nice, man.
Quite good as well. We'll need to drop the email address in so they can send us songs and stuff like that as well.
Oh, definitely, man. See if you've got any music at all, or any you just want us to talk about, any
Or
topics.
naked pictures of yourself.
No, because it's predominantly male.
So
Send us your tracks. We'll put the email address on the YouTube page.
what I'll do is from
Send
now
us your
on, I
slacks.
might just emblazon the address permanently over the, like, you know, the wee.
Awesome.
I send us some music.
It's the simple things that you don't think.
We
of.
want. Do you know what we want? We just want new bands and new music to.
Aye.
Similar
help.
if you want to come
'Cause
on and
there's
do.
a lot of people listening to this in stateside. As
Basically,
well.
and what I'll say as
Oh, yeah,
well.
hello everyone.
I know,
in America.
anyone that's not from around these local parts.
Yeah, definitely send us your stuff.
What the fuck are you listening for? But
yeah,
no,
thanks
no,
for listening though.
But,
But, you know what the fuck is wrong with you?
what I'll say is, the more eager you are to get in touch with us, genuinely,
the
more-
less eager we'll be to get back to you.
No, we do want to hear from new
Yeah.
bands, and we're exploring avenues for like Skype interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, even as well, we're going to try and do a sort of thing where it's like, if you're a band stateside, we could try and record some like acoustic through
Yeah,
Skype. Do you know what I mean? And we'll play
definitely.
it and we'll get you on and stuff.
we're
And do
open
something
to
like that. It'd be really, really cool, man.
yeah,
so
we'll co-promote your videos, coming out, your music,
100%,
whatever.
it's what we're here for. At
But I
the
mean,
end of the day,
in all seriousness, I think the more eager the bands are, I think the more eager
definitely, man.
we will be to promote it, because that seems to be the way the bands so far that have done well through this, and we're finding.
Well, Colin and Huxtable have definitely done. Man.
I mean,
we've helped them out a
they're
bit.
just, you know, the ones that are chomping at the bit to do it. We're obviously going to be like, right, well,
Yeah,
you can
definitely,
come in
man.
first. So be eager, you'll get noticed more.
Yeah.
Which is why we're so desperate here. Doing
Aye.
this.
Yeah, definitely, man.
We pretend eagerness.
At the end of the day, though,
We pretend eagerness. What the fuck?
we
am I
pretend
saying?
eagerness.
I'm speaking in
Eagleness.
tongues.
Eagleness.
Prove a monkey dishwasher.
Eagleness. Apparently,
Eagleness.
I don't even know where the fuck I'm going. It's a few beers in,
Welcome
guys.
to.
What the
I
what?
was going to say Hotel California.
I knew you were going to say, but don't. You got a stapler?
But
thrown
don't.
at you?
You'll conjure a stapler out of thin air.
Yes. Right now. No, sorry. What I was saying was, we're here to promote new bands.
that's what
and
we're
help
passionate
bands.
about as
Yeah,
well, isn't it?
absolutely.
So
I'm more passionate about.
Well, that's the
other
whole-
shit,
that's-
but
that is the whole
just- that
point.
sounds a
Aye.
good point.
That is the whole point.
No, genuinely, you're right. You're absolutely spot on. And if we can help you in any way, even if it's just a mention, you want to mentioned on it, let us know, man, and we'll help you out.
Absolutely.
You get gigs coming up and stuff like that, because we're going to do a wee thing, a wee segment. It's just like gigs that are coming up. No, I mean, but you need to send us the dates, because
Aye.
obviously this doesn't
And
get out live.
bear in
so-
mind we record once a fortnight.
Yeah, once a fortnight in Anthony's mum's pants.
We are flex. I can't even finish that there.
Yeah, we are flace.
We are
so,
flex. We are flexible though. I think obviously
So we're not flace.
we've
Is what you're
done. We are flex.
We are fleece.
Fleece.
saying? Do you know what? That's the name of your band.
Fleece.
We are flace.
FLA.
I
FLAs.
Old ace.
Abacada
We
E.
are flace.
Abacada F. I don't remember learning the alphabet like that.
Aye,
But
I don't remember that either.
No, but apparently that's how you do
Actually, I
learn
do
it.
remember.
but
I
I
do.
don't. My girlfriend said that's what. That's
That's
what,
how I learned,
Yeah.
and I'm dyslexic, so you know.
maybe that's what makes you dyslexic. 'Cause I
Phonetic.
don't know. No, but that's what I'm saying.
No, back in the day, though,
the
it was
phonetic way, I don't know. They
abacada.
still do though, but I
Do they
think
do it still? I
No,
still
I
stopped
think
it.
they do.
in
Like,
primary one and stuff they do
Do you
for
know
a
what?
little bit, and I
I
totally
remember
forgot
my
that.
niece and nephew getting into school, especially my niece, and she's like 9 now, so it's a long time ago now. But and they were actually they told my brother and my sister not to like help her with her homework things like that,
Right.
because there's a different technique they do now to teach you like the alphabet and different things like that. And it's really, really cool. It's like picked it up like primary, end of primary 1, primary 2. They're reading properly reading, and you're like, fucking hell. It's like primary 7. I was like, but again, that could just be me.
that's Inverclyde's education system.
That is exactly that.
Like a mouse.
That's how you do it in Inverclyde.
Like a mouse.
Was that like a boss?
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
While I remember, we've got a competition running for City Lost Souls. We've got
Have we?
two versions of it. Two versions? Fucking hell.
Two versions. We
versions.
scribbled out some of the
Yeah.
drawings and done our own. Fuck you, James. Sorry about that.
Pictures of Colin and James, like fucking, I mean, dressed like fucking death.
See, I is let loose with a Sharpie on that comic and black.
Oh, definitely,
You're gonna
man.
have the time of your life.
Yep.
We don't encourage that. Read it first, then
Then go
Then
fucking
do what you
nuts.
photocopy it and do it on the photocopy.
Anthony's got enough copies, man, for everything.
I think I'm down to 2 now.
Are you?
Aye.
2 what? I broke you. It's like
just like the human body, 2 of everything down the side, 1 down the middle.
2 hearts, 4 lungs.
Well, the heart's supposed to be in the middle, sort of.
So we
it's
what?
Not, it's not really. But
You're wrong. You're doing it wrong.
your lungs are on either side. Never mind.
Get-
2 kidneys. Well, the heart.
2 kidneys pointing at his legs. That's brilliant.
Oh, the
2 kidneys. Those are
That's
your
what
knees,
kidneys.
James. Those are your knees.
No, you think I'm using my thumb? I'm pointing
You
here.
think I'm using?
Your thumbs are
I'm pretty sure you don't have.
2 kidneys up there. Just to be clear, that was Colin's fuck up, not mine.
Aye. So we've got 2 copies of Cell.
It's like sitting at home, you could have actually saw me better than
Aye.
he did there, apparently.
All you need to do is get in touch with us and tell us what band James McCulloch's in. One's signed, one's not signed, but we'll run it to end
The
of
wonders
August.
of the internet, you'll find out
What
in
James
seconds.
is signed and what James isn't signed.
Aye. Tell us what band James McCulloch's in.
Which James is signed, which James isn't.
And 2 people who have entered, which will probably be me and me again, will win.
No one's getting them.
Aye.
Nobody's getting them.
It's easier, saves on postage.
You're able to get it if you want it.
But I just well remembered. Thank
Brilliant.
Yep.
No, that's a good prize.
Again, you can buy the.
You can
You can actually buy
it,
the comic, which
And
is absolutely worth buying.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Support it because it's.
And it's
It's
a
an amazing
very
thing,
nice, shiny book.
Aye.
Yeah, it's a comic, folks. It's a comic
It's
for
a thing.
adults.
Here's
It's-
what I always thought
it's
was
a
funny.
thing. It's a
Saying
thing.
comic
It's Huxtable,
books,
we call it.
I don't look at a comic as a book, but it's a comic book.
I know what you mean.
Because, growing up, you look at it as more of a magazine. I used to call them magazines.
Right.
But then the
you would have been wrong, sir.
But comic book is the American term. They say anything's a book, really. It's a book.
That's
Well,
'cause
yeah,
they're
I sort of
morons.
look at
Yeah.
comics as the bean on a dandy,
That's
and
right,
I was that
America.
sort of patronising. Oh, you've got your comics.
Aye. But you'd never
More-
tag on the word book.
I was
at the
more
end.
comics. I was comics. I was
You'd say comics, it would comic book.
Yeah.
I would never call it a comic
No,
book.
I hate those. When you're talking to somebody like, "Oh, you like your comics?" I really like my comics. I like comics. You like your dandy in it? Like, fucking want to drop kick you, bitches! Like,
I did
fucking
like the
ridiculous.
dandy and all that, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of comic though. It's not.
Aye, aye.
It's. I mean,
It's mass produced, sort of. Even they don't even care what's in it. You know,
Yeah,
there's no cohesion of story. or
it's
anything.
bizarre.
There's
aye.
no, it doesn't
Do
really
you know
matter.
that's something I never ever liked?
What?
Is like the Dandy Beano and stuff like that. I don't know why. I just never ever liked it.
Our Willie was one I never liked.
Yeah, I just
never liked
again.
things
like
There's
that.
more the
I
title.
did like Dandy and Beano, more Beano to be honest with you. But I like to just draw.
Well, I actually used to like
I
drawing
used to
them as
like
well.
copying the drawings
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
I remember. Do you remember the stickers? You used to get stickers. It was like me kind of clear stickers you got.
Oh fuck, you do, aye.
Yeah,
aye.
you just put them on. You can put them wherever you want. I like that.
Because you almost make your own comic in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah, I like that. I
But it's
actually
funny.
like
It
that.
always annoyed me. You can obviously there's the clear sticker isn't going to
Yeah,
be perfect,
yeah, yeah.
but you can still see the
See the
outline.
outline of the sticker,
And it was
Fucking
really annoying. So
riled me.
so it made like these lines and they always overlapped, and it was like
I remember,
fuck.
I remember my mum and dad got us these these stickers of it's like clear vinyl stickers, but it was like maybe like satellites and stuff, and they kind of lit up, they kind of glowed.
Oh yeah,
Dark.
I don't know exactly. I did
and-
as well.
But they put them all over the ceiling, right? But our ceiling was like Artext, so it was like kind of lumpy.
Oh
kinda,
fuck!
So my
yeah.
dad's like, "I'll do son, there you go." Light out that and just looked like it was all fucking mangled. I just remember,
I'm tripping.
I just remember looking at it, kinda, even as like my 8-year-old self. So I
just
just looking at it, and
crying.
going, "That's fucking rubbish." And I remember it was all kind of peeling down, and I remember like
Oh,
we were like
man.
moving out the house stuff, and I remember looking at it and kind of going, "Fucking wow."
I went full
just take it
retard
off,
geek.
man.
I went full geek on that, and I went for I painted my ceiling black and put the plastic glow in the dark.
Brilliant, man.
And it looked fucking. And then little white dots of paint in
Yeah,
between.
yeah.
Actually looked fucking brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the only way you can get around the Artex thing because that's what mine's like.
Yeah.
And in the room I'm in just now, that's what it's like. And it's the sticker things don't work. You have to use
Totally.
the plastic chunky ones.
Do you remember the thing like they used to dip the sponge in like paint and it would dab the roof with it? It would give it this kind of weird kind of flower effect thing. I remember
Sort of.
my entire house was like that at one point. It was just like like some of my mum and dad
Neil
were like,
Buchanan broke
yeah,
in
they were
and-
just like fucking yes, it's dead easy sponge.
Mark Spade.
And I remember
That's
my
it, that's
dad.
it, he's dead
I
now.
remember my dad just being pure fit. Who's dead?
Mark
Mark
Spade.
Spate.
He was a smart. Remember Smart?
No.
He's too old for that.
What was smart? What was that?
You must remember
It was the
Smart.
BBC equivalent of Art Attack.
I remember Art Attack with Neil Buchanan, but that was about it.
Smart was a big thing, but Mark Spate 5 years ago ever killed himself
I
because his wife died.
I don't care about it.
No, I was just saying.
It doesn't affect me. Do you know what I mean? Hang on,
My
he's buried in a
alarm's
big crayon.
it's the studio alarm.
Big crane.
We're getting broken into. I can see his fucking sensors, they're fucked.
That actually is going. Do you know what worries me? It's not wired up to anything, is it? Let's be honest. Because we've been in here before recording and it's went off.
Well, it's wired up to it's wired up to itself.
It's
wired
up to like something, but it's not wired up to the fucking to the police.
No.
You know what I mean?
Really, they are.
I just thought it was the start of Thunderstruck.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
I try to learn that on guitar recently. Fuck that.
Oh, what time? It must be doing alright for time.
9:30ish.
20.
Yeah, man. Right, so we're going to fucking check out here.
I think we should.
I'm pretty sure there's a tune going on here.
I'm pretty sure there's a tune, so we'll say goodbye.
That's all, folks.
For another fun-filled, exciting episode.
Yeah. So, well, I've been Colin. Thanks for listening.
I've been Anthony. Thank you.
And I've been James. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Looks good.
She's a rotten apple, she's a heart attack. She's in my head and she ain't coming back. She's a Norma Jean, she's a sex machine. She's a black delight, a neo-Nazi dream. Oh, shoot up, it'll hit the spot. One more shot, I'll give you all I got. We'll be set at Nancy, Brady at Manson. I'll be a frosty jack if you load your gun and fire. Car's the lady, car's the lady. She slithers like a snake, but it's her bite the snake. Car's the lady, car's the lady. She slithers like a snake, but it's her bite the snake. She's a 7-10, she's a harlequin. She's a pussy riot and the devil's grin. She's homicidal, Lolita with a rifle, choking on rosaries, burning up her Bible. Shoot up, it'll hit this boy. Yeah. One more shot, I'll give you all I got. We'll be set on Nazi, Brady and Manson. I'll be a frosty jack if you load your gun and fire. Car's the lady, car's the lady. She slithers like a snake, but it's her bite that saved me. Car's the lady, car's the lady. She slithers like a snake, but it's her bite that saved me. She's a rotten apple, she's a heart attack. She's in my head, she ain't coming back. She's a Norma Jean, she's a sex machine. She's a black delight, your ass ain't dream. Shoot up, it'll hit this boy. Yeah. One more shot, I'll give you all I got. We'll be set on Nancy, Brady and Manson. I'll be a frosty jack if you load your gun and fire. Car's the lady, car's the lady. She slithers like a snake, but it's a bite that saved me. Car's the lady, she slithers like a snake, but it's a bite that saved me.
Here we go.
As I break down these concrete walls to free you, my dear. Now write a song and we'll go on the run. Make romance from the struggle of the foreign land. And maybe we'll visit again sometime. As I labor on the sights of Indiana, for we had to sing the blues in New Orleans. Then after all of that, we're point blind at a map. In a fortnight, that's exactly where we'll be. So you dreamt that as well, about your wedding on the ocean, with someone else instead. A handsome man, I heard you talking. Well, the planets will align, all for you and no one else. No matter how much time, you said, ain't no girl will find a man like mine. Now my heart beats in your belly. It's cute, but I'm glad it's not for me to tell. And I hope you wrote a plan. One day you'll marry that man. You'll be far from the ocean. Honey, I told you it's the money, not emotion. A few friends will attend. Darling, you know the well ones then. Babe, these planet waves are overrated. Take what you see now instead. And I hope that you'll be happy. Oh, in someone else's bed.